Good evening, race fans. Welcome into the World Center of Racing for the inaugural regular season race for the Affinity Racing Series. It's going to be the TGR eSports 250 at Daytona. Big shout outs to Tenold Galvin Racing for coming on board and picking up the naming rights for the first race of 15 here in the regular season. Going to be a fantastic time here tonight with 100 laps. So we got a fully sold out field. The top 30 locked themselves in on speed earlier this week. 31st through 40th transferred over from the LCQ. We got 2 laps of qualifying now that the field is set. They earned their way into the race, so now they have to qualify to set the final order. We got an estimated fuel run of 32 to 34 laps, so strategy is going to make a big impact on this race. If we get to green flag pit stops, they have 6 total tire sets this evening and 3 green-white checkers, with the third being the point of no return, and they will have a finish under green flag conditions. And as always, here with my co-commentator Art in the booth here this evening. How we doing?
I am very excited. I came over from the Race Affinity live stream for the LCQ. I got to see the title sponsor, Andrew Tenold of Tenold Galvin Racing, put on a show and bring home a W to lock himself into his own race. So, it was a good one there. Hopefully it translates over to the big show.
Absolutely going to be a fantastic evening here, kicking off the regular season. And as always, racing for a purpose here at the Affinity Racing Series. I will have the links to where you can donate for a great cause for the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. We've already raised over $800 so far, and we haven't even kicked off the green flag for the first race. So thank you very much for all the support we've got this far. It's going to be a fantastic season, and we're going to go ahead and get right in to the on-track action, qualifying to set the field for the TGR eSports 250.
Yeah, I posted the link in chat. I believe all funds go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Absolutely, for racing for a fantastic cause this season, and I couldn't be happier to be a part of it. Let's go ahead and get right in to the on-track action, qualifying to set the field here this evening. First man to set a time lap will be Mitchell Bagley. It's his first lap. It's a 50.28. Now he'll start off for his fast lap on the second lap. Tyler Connors goes 50.82. There's 2.5 minutes remaining in qualifying, and the first couple of laps coming in hard and heavy.
Funny, I've already got ads on my phone.
That 43, though, looking pretty good through 3 and 4. You see the times on the left-hand side of your screen. Through the Geico restart zone, the 43 of Mitchell Bagley on his second lap will set a time of 49.66. Dylan Herventon kicks off his fast lap. We'll be on board with him. He has been fast all week in qualifying. Won a couple of practice races as well.
If you win, I will send you $10 to get some Taco Bell. If your Taco Bell order is worth more than $10, you've got a problem.
Love the announcement. Tenold Galvin Racing going to be picking up more races in Season 1 as well, so expect them to have naming rights for a couple of races this season. Love the support from teams in the league.
Strong drive from James Jimmy Fillers, a 49.602.
The quickest time of the week was a 49.598, so that's going to be pretty tough to beat. We'll see if any one of these guys can do it. Dylan Herventon might be the man to do it as he crosses the line. He'll go 5th.
The quickest.
Timothy J. Moore on board with him in the 69. He's been quick all week. He can only do 3rd best. Andrew Tenold of TGR Racing, what can he do? Only 30 seconds left.
Carson Poindexter sneaking into the top 2.
Very good lap from the 49 machine. Jarrett Talmadge going 3rd quickest. As with 10 seconds left, I believe the last man to get a time in will be Nick Miller. Currently sitting in the 20th position. Crosses the line right as time expires, and the 20 of Nick Miller can only go 16th quickest. That is qualifying here for the TGR eSports 250. Your favorite driver across the ticker. We get ready to go racing here for 100 laps. James Jimmy Fillers, your pole sitter here this evening. Let's go see if we can get a quick word with him. Find out what he's trying to accomplish here tonight. Here with Team Jughead and James Jimmy Fillers, you won the pole here for the TGR eSports 250. You're going to be able to convert that into a win here this evening.
I would like to think so. I feel like we're always pretty solid on the super speedways. We just got to get better at finish them out, which hopefully Brandon's up here with me, and we both have a shot at it. But we'll see how it goes. We're just here to have fun, and I don't know. I didn't expect to get pole there. I guess we brought the horsepower under the hood of the Bass Pro Ford Mustang, so we'll see.
Absolutely, got a great piece. I know you got speed at the plate tracks. What's the strategy starting up front here for 100 laps?
Stay up front. I'm not one to ride. I mean, if I'm going to get wrecked, I might as well be having fun while doing it. So I'm going to try to stay up front and lead as many laps as possible. So hopefully we can do that.
Absolutely. Well, good luck tonight, sir, and hopefully we'll be seeing you in victory lane at the end of this thing.
Thank you.
James Jimmy Fillers will be leading the grid down of 43 cars. Brandon French and Davian Haskins will not be taking part in tonight's on-track action.
43 cars for the opening race of ARS.
Just kind of waiting on a couple more to grid up. Waiting on Michael McElroy, Brandon Bowers, Dylan Herviton, and Carson Poindexter, your outside pole sitter. And then we can go ahead and roll off. There's the 49 Bojangles machine. Any other picks to watch here this evening, Art? Who should we be keeping our eye on?
I think, again, we've talked about him. Dylan Herviton. He's been fast all week. He's going to be starting pretty deep in the field. It sounds weird to say for 12th, but for him it seems pretty deep. Brandon Bowers, all of our last series was a contender. When he can get hooked up with Fillers, they can be contenders. But there's a strong team at the back half of this field. CMS Country, Let's Ride, Travis DeLeon, Kevin Bully, Pender, Tatum, Pendergrass. You get all of those drivers together, that's a lot of momentum if they can get it hooked up.
Just a quick note to the viewers out there, Michael McElroy will be stepping out of his car tonight to be race control. Just wanting the opening race to go off without a hitch. So we'll have 42 drivers here this evening battling for glory.
Oh no, first incident of the race, Tyler Connors has dropped due to upload packet loss.
The joys of online racing internet connectivity as we come through turn number 3. I'll be keeping my eye on tonight. All the way back in the, weird enough to say, the 15th spot, Drew Joie. We know he has great speed at these plate tracks. Brandon Bowers, like you said. I'll be also looking further back at some of the Speed Zone eSports guys that came over from our Tuesday night league as well. Ryan Tiller showed great speed in one of the practice races this week. Travis DeLeon, Matt Tatum as well. Going to be guys to keep an eye on throughout the evening.
Yeah, Ryan Tiller would hate me if I didn't mention the fact that he is driving a Taco Bell car and our shared love of the Bell.
But pace car is off. James Jimmy Fillers gets us underway, and we are green for the opening race of the Affinity Racing Series.
Oh, there's a checkup in that outside line. We're already wrecking.
2-car incident, the 51 and the 48. I believe that is Ryan Miniker. Caution out immediately. Zach Ahman, looks like someone missed a shift. Like we saw at the clash at Chicagoland.
I believe Primrom Says he got stuck in gear, and it was very obvious that he was not moving forward.
Let's take a look
That
at what
is
happened.
just unfortunate.
Let's go take a look at it high in the sky, seeing what happened here. Obviously, a very early incident. Mark Frimpong started in the 4th position in that 18 machine. And let's just take a look at what happened there. Trying to go to 3rd gear, Timothy J. Moore, big checkups, 51. Zach Almond, nowhere to go, didn't see it coming. And let's go on board here with the 51 machine. Started in the 10th position, couple rows back from Mark. Really not able to see anything until the last moment, and then at that point it's already too late. Gets a little bit of contact with that inside wall. Ryan Miniker. On board here with Zach Scared. Oh, he's going to get run over from behind as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's gotta
Nowhere
be
to go for the 48 machine at all.
These pre-race jitters. Hopefully, we get them out of the way early.
Let's go take a look there and see what happened to Zach Scare, who maybe ran into the back of him there. Doesn't look like too much damage, if any, to the back of that 82 machine, but you can see here, back half of the field did not get a good start. They were kind of disjointed. And checking up ahead, and 27 of Chris Pinder. Or, excuse me, that is now Kevin Boley. My apologies. He's going to get run over from behind by the 98 machine of Spencer Burton. These guys have... Oh, and there's Nick Cashman as well. Getting a piece. Yeah, you look all right there, Zach. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage. But in all of that, somehow, remarkably, Travis DeLeon is up 24 spots. Nick Cashman is up 26. Daniel Pendergrass is also up what is now 25 spots.
That's definitely got to be a...
Unless the field is just trying to all get caught up, but we only had we had a decent amount of people pit, actually. 19th on back. Came down, topped off.
It's definitely a hitting thing.
Still. Flipping the field upside down early on. Tyler Connors has made it back out on the racetrack after having some technical difficulties, so we're back up to 42 cars. He'll be appreciative of the early caution, as he won't be too far back behind the rest of the field.
$42 cars for an opening race. This is just insane. I'm loving the support ARS is getting right now.
Absolutely. Already $800 raised for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. And we are only 4 laps into our very young season. So almost 40%. But really only a 2-car incident. And they both will be able to continue. The lights are out. On top of the pace car, we'll be going back to green flag racing on lap number 5. Get the pre-race shitters out and turn it into a fantastic show, just like they did last week at Chicagoland. Almost eerily similar incident there with somebody not being able to get it in gear. But we saw how that turned out later, turning to be an all-time classic.
Is showing Ryan Tiller a lap down for you?
Indeed it is.
I wonder, did he stay in the pits?
Got some Kenny Stennis fans here. 81 machine currently sitting in the 5th position. He's in a good spot early. Was fast all week long. Lights are out on top of the pace car. making that hard left-hand turn down pit road. And the field will once again be in control from James Jimmy Fillers. As he'll enter the Geico restart zone and get us back underway here on lap number 5. Looks like a much better restart through the top 8, at least this time, but the outside line surging with a push from the 46 and the 69. Carson Poindexter surges to the lead in turn number 1.
There's a lot of disconnect here in the back of the field. Seems like 30th on back is single file.
Here at Talmadge trying to get up there and push Fillers back up to the race lead. Obviously the inside line, the shortest way around the racetrack.
Oh, we're 3 wide. Timothy J. Moore takes the outside line.
Poindexter comes up to cover it. The 42 and the 10 hooked up on the bottom. That tandem going to be something to watch all night long as we're 3 by 3 by 3. Third on back. But who's going to lead the first green flag lap of the season? Bonus points on hand for whoever can get it. Right now it's Carson Poindexter with help from Richard Dawson.
Oh, they're touching.
Oh, it's going to be the big one. Can they save it? They did! Much to the expense of Brandon Bowers. Hard into the outside wall. Carson Poindexter, now there's trouble. Kenny Stenez hard into the outside retaining wall. The field scatters down the back straightaway. Caution is out. And how they all avoided that, I have no clue. Gotta give the lucky dog, I believe, to Tyler Connors, Ryan Miniker. Let's take a look at what happened to him. Just internet connectivity issues. But Brandon Bowers is going to take the worst of this, I believe. That might be a right front toe link broken. With the 46 just all over the back of the 49, not hooked up, not connected. Dylan Herberton also in the mix, case of pushing the pusher there potentially. Now the 36 got off of him. Contact was actually made between the 49 and the 10. Just all over the place, squirreling. Yeah, Brandon Bowers going to get that worst of that on that outside line. Left front, right front potentially broken. But they kept it straight for a moment. Kenny Stenez.
I'm trying to figure out what the contact was between Stenez and Mendonca.
No, he just wasn't clear. He's just going to come down and right rear the 81. Thought he was clear, trying to get back in line. And he hooked him. Very unfortunate in the early going.
He just owned up to it, said it was just an accident, so.
And just a misjudgment early on. They have one fast repair. So Brandon Bowers will be taking one there. We imagine Kenny Stenez will as well. But very unfortunate in the early going. Just a slight misjudgment. You see how fine the margins are.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised at how aggressive we're being, like, before lap 10.
Right, they were all scrolling around 3 by 3 by 3, and obviously it's not working out for some of these guys. Let's take another look here. Richard Mendoza, and just how close that was to just everyone being okay off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Yeah, they were just trying to get lined up because those front 5 are pulling away. Bringing out our second caution of the night. Spencer Burton in all of this is up 36 spots in the 98 machine. Electing not to pit. One of the few that haven't, actually. Our top 3. Travis De Leon. That's not correct. He just came out of pit road. That's part of the learning curve. A lot of new faces trying to race together for the very first time. Some of them not at the Clash last week. Racing at the true equalizer of Daytona. Everyone has a shot. Everyone can win. And you kind of just got to go through that learning curve, and some of them have to learn the hard way. Definitely should probably go single file a bit, try and feel things out.
At most, keep it maybe 2 wide.
The allure of the Daytona 500 is just so strong. Gotta get what's yours. Be a legend in stock car racing. So I definitely see the appeal.
As I was a part of the Race Affinity LCQ broadcasting crew, I was asked my opinion on, what team I thought would work best together, and I decided to, give them a little curveball and say the most chaotic and probably the most trouble-causing team is potentially going to be OCM, because we've seen a lot of them at super speedways. They are super aggressive. They can be clean, but they are super dangerous. And we're already seeing it now as Timothy J. Moore was leading that high line. He was getting help from Jughead, which they love to work together. And then Drew, on that high side. I'm not blaming it on you. I'm saying y'all are aggressive.
Putting it 3 wide, lap 4 is certainly a decision to be made.
Didn't blame it on you.
As the field gets reformed up here, we're going to go back to green flag racing on lap number 10. And that inside line, James Jimmy Fillers and Dylan Herventon going to be a force on this restart. We've seen the 36. He can lead. He can push, and we expect him to go to the front pretty much instantaneously on this restart. As the sun starts to fade.
Where's the problem going to be? 22nd, Drew Juwan's going to be a problem back in 22nd.
As the field tries to get formed up further back. 39 cars in the lead lap. Ryan Tiller, Brandon Bowers, 1 lap down, and Ryan Miniker is 2 laps down. But all still on track. Pace car. Going to take that hard left-hand turn down pit road. James Jimmy Fillers leads us down yet again. We are back underway. 36 pushing him pretty much right off the rip, and they'll be clear of that 46.
Ooh, Mark Frimpong with an aggressive move to get down to the bottom line.
Maybe we can potentially see some calmer heads prevail. Everyone wants to get down to the bottom, just kind of ride. That 2-car tandem has that 10 machine comfortably out front. No real challenge on that outside line. Spencer Burton, and now we got to race for the lead. There's Dylan Herventon. Mitchell Bagley trying to make a move as well.
Thought Herventon was going to go with his teammate, but he just went up, had the momentum, and took the lead.
Now Mitchell Bagley leading that outside line. You can kind of see the field start to spread out a little bit. Potentially a strategy call there. Nick Miller assisting Mitchell Bagley on that high side. Dylan Herventon leads his first green flag lap of the race on lap number 11. So you almost have 2 packs forming immediately, those that want to stay out of trouble. Pretty much back to 19th in Drew Juwan. As Richard Mandawson, can he save it? They're going to be able to. What's the rejoin going to catch the grass? The 46 with a save of the night thus far.
3 wide. Timothy J. Moore, middle 3. Doesn't have any help there.
That's allowing these front 2 to get further and further ahead as this field kind of cannibalizes itself, as they're not able to get organized further back. Nick Cashman, our very own driver in the 55 machine, he's up 27 spots, bringing up the last car on that outside line, but the 46 is lucky to not be turned in front of the entire field.
Oh! 1 car go around.
I believe that was the 32 machine, Larry McKenzie Jr. Let's take a look at what happened as we stay green. 1 car spin down to the inside.
It happened between him and Cashman.
Oh, and he's just going to try and come down and clear, I believe.
He just was not clear.
Nothing the 55 could have done there, but the 32 can keep it rolling. Looks like he might have disconnected there. We stay green.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't even know if I want to necessarily say that was on McKenzie.
But here comes the Tenold Galvin Racing boys. Jonathan Dolly and Andrew Tenold. Tenold's leading that outside line. Timothy J. Moore making it 3 wide. Move for the lead up ahead. Mitchell Bagley second in line. Mark Frimpong, first man to pull out with help from Nick Miller and the Supreme Motorsports duo of Max Urek and Hunter Rupp. bringing all the momentum back towards that outside line.
And Herbertson going up to collect that line.
And we know he likes to lead. We heard James Jimmy Filler say he wants to stay up front. Dylan Herbertson, all week, that has been his strategy. Block the energy, take the runs away, be the first man to cross the line each and every lap possible. That two-car tandem on the inside line, shooting the 43 of Mitchell Bagley to the lead. Herbertson senses the momentum's shifted, drops down and picks it up.
Oh, Larry McKenzie Jr. also dropped due to upload packet loss just as he got wrecked, apparently.
So the 10 machine kind of slid underneath that 43, and he'll be dropping back. He's going to pick up the 18, trying to make it 3 wide. Too aggressive there. 43 with the block, 18 with the move, and they both suffer for it. There's Brandon Bowers, kind of lost the pack on his own. Let's take a look here at your track map. As we can see, definitely a 2-car pack led by Carson Poindexter. As this second pack kind of has figured out, they're going to go single file and just try and log laps. Don't tell the guys at the front that they are going for it. 3-car breakaway, slightly Andrew Tenold getting help from his teammate. Help from Thomas Green. Love to see the new faces running up towards the front of the field. We're now getting some green flag laps under our belt. Looks like this front field realized that they've kind of broken away. And if they run single file, they can definitely set the tone of this race. Get the green flag pit stops, put that second pack under some pressure.
You say that Mitchell Bagley is, he's sitting on that high side. I was going to make a comment of, of course there's 2 cars on that outside line, and it's OCM, and they're going to try and go 3. Because why wouldn't they?
Don't really know what the point of that was. Again, a block from the 43, but don't know why we tried to pass on the outside there. Second pack. Oh, he doesn't hold the brakes. The 34 and the 2.
Oh, no.
And that should not have happened, any of it. Let's take a look. Unsure of why the 43 went up to block the run. Unsure.
Well, the 43 was just in, the outside line, and he wants to be in front of him.
I don't understand. That should not have happened, to be honest with you. That was unnecessary. But he goes down, kind of coming back up, and I just don't know what the point of that was. And obviously they're stuck together. Caution is out at this point. The second pack flying in, and the 43, that... I believe that
34,
was...
34.
The 34 machine of Daniel Pereira. Let's take a peek at what happened to him. Almost catches Kenny Stenez again. Yeah, very unnecessary, though. Especially from the second pack flying in like they did. Very unfortunate. But I guess they were trying to lap Brandon Bauer, so they're kind of stuck up on the... Yeah, I get... that's such a...
They do come in pretty late on his cockpit view, but
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. The 81, he got very lucky. Definitely had to use a fast repair on that first wreck, but let's take a look. Kenny Stenez involved in a lot of the action here. The 2 machine, Justin L. Johnson catches a piece. No one else as we scatter further back. But pit road is a busy place, that's for sure. Pretty much everyone in except the top 9. Jonathan Dolly will stay out on the racetrack. Ryan Tiller, your lucky dog. Definitely seeing some strategy play out in the early going. Let's go get a quick word here with the TGR boys and Jonathan Dolly. Here with the Tenold Galvin Racing crew, obviously title sponsors of tonight's race, and as well, currently the leaders of the race with Jonathan Dolly. How are we doing, fellas?
Good. I'm going for that extra point.
Definitely secured it on that last one, but got a great-looking race car out there tonight, and got the bonus point as well. So, looking good so far.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna drop like a rock here intentionally, so I can see the end.
We're rocking and rolling tonight.
I saw you making moves just before that last caution, Tenold. Definitely getting up there. We know you got some good speed on these plate tracks as well. Just kind of about avoiding all of the chaos.
Pretty much. Yeah, we'll see where we're at the end.
Absolutely. Well, again, appreciate you guys coming on board for tonight's race, and appreciate the good racing y'all are putting on for us so far.
And that's race with a purpose. That's all I can say is it's amazing to do this for someone else.
Absolutely. Well, hope to see you guys up at the front throughout the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like the 42 machine as well. He last put it on lap 17. Let's take a look at your pit strategy thus far. Jonathan Dolly last put it on lap 7. Talmadge on 17. The rest of your top 9 on 17 as well. So pretty much the entire field, minus a couple others. Yeah, it's Daytona. It's just the great equalizer, you know. The smallest of margins can catch you out. And just with the pack racing, ends up being some pretty epic crashes, but a lot of torn up race cars definitely at the end of the night.
That's just short track racing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to say luckily, but there is only one fast repair for these cars, so if like there are too many issues, we're gonna start seeing guys drop. You never want to see someone out of the race, but like if they can't, you know, calm it down.
Yeah, they'll be out one way or the other.
The end. Yeah.
Larry McKenzie Jr. was able to reconnect. That's good to see in the 32 machine. Going to be important to fight for every single point you can get, because next week we transition over to the top 30. On points are locked into the race, and then 31st through 40th will be locked in via the LCQ at 7 o'clock. Dolly gets a good restart on older tires. And the inside lane has all the momentum as Jarrett Talmadge left out to dry on that high side. Now he'll drop in. Outside line being led by Richard Mandawson. And Carson Poindexter, Andrew Tenold thought about it. Qualifying needs to be in 4th gear, I believe, here. We saw the field, top 30 that were locked in via speed were 66 hundredths of a second from 1st to 30th throughout the course of the week, as we are a 5th of the way through this race. Jonathan Dolly said he was going to drop back intentionally, but he's out there leading this thing. You can already see via the track map some of those packs starting to form further back. On board here with Dylan Herberton, who was tandem up to the back of that 74. Got off him as it went to our onboard look, but he's shown to be one of the most consistent pushers in the field so far. James Jimmy Filler's making a move to the outside. Not a lot of help, though.
He's doing a lot of side drafting there, though.
Got himself up to 2nd, but the 13 of Thomas Green is on the move. Going to give him a very light shove. That's how it's done as you enter a corner. The speed difference touches that, but very respectful from the 13. Now they'll try and get that outside line working. Zach Scares up 23 positions. He's cut up to the tail end of that outside line. I have to keep my bias in check, but Max Urek, that's an all-time first name, I might add, for the 61 machine, doing a nice job inside the top 15.
Man really just goes all in for people named Max.
Got to. It's an elite first name, what can I say?
Oh, we're about to go 3.
James Jimmy Fillers got stuck on that high side. Thomas Green going to lead the now too wide outside line. The race still being controlled by Jonathan Dolly. Last pitted on lap 7, so he's good for at least another 20 laps estimated on fuel, I would imagine, so no urgency to pit. He would be the only one coming down pit road.
You see the updated statistics that Zach Skier gave us, 22 to 25 laps.
Interesting. A little bit short of what our estimates were earlier in the week. But...
I mean, I believe even in the practice races, we were getting about 28. So
now Dolly has a choice to make here in the next couple of laps, probably within the next 10, actually. He's continuing to lead this race. Thomas Green leading that outside line, but the rest of the field appears to be going single file.
Herbertson going for the lead.
Just as we say that, battle for the lead. Comes up to pick up the outside line from Thomas Green. We'll go back to the point. On lap number 24, the 13 tried to shoot the gap. Take the lead for himself, but Herbertson having nothing of it. Side by side for third. Lap traffic of the 76 machine. Kyle Ritchie, he'll stay up out of the way of the leaders. Very respectful. Richard Mendawson trying to challenge on the outside. As this second pack being led all the way down. Oh, what a move from that 46 to take the lead of the race. He'll come right down in front of the 36, but that tandem on the high side. We saw Carson Poindexter get shoved out of the way early.
Ooh, James Jimmy Baylor's going to shove it.
See if the 49 can hold on to it, but those cars do not appear to be hooked up well. They're going to fall back, try and get reorganized.
He is getting them all over the place.
It does not look comfortable. Nick Miller tied up there as well. The 46 is going to come up to block. The 49 is going to try and make a move, but he's going to get caught out 3 wide. No help. Now he's got help from Nick Miller.
He thought he had help. He still does not. He's dropping like a rock.
Caught in the sucker hole, showing you the importance of the draft. That time by, it would have been Dylan Herbertson by about half a car length over Thomas Green. Poindexter finds a spot on the low side of the racetrack. Drew Joie sitting about 1.2 seconds back with help from Kevin Boley, Tyler Connors, Nick Cashman, and Matt Tatum. As they try and get back into the lead pack. And then further behind them, Travis DeLeon. And the 15 machine leads our third and final pack. Help from his CMS teammate, William Bowman. But everyone's single file right now. We're a quarter of a way through this race. I think they kind of understand that we can't keep wadding up race cars. It won't last 100 laps. But now they're trying to go to the top, so they're going to ride around the top side of the racetrack, leaving Jonathan Dolly, who's going to have to pit here very soon to lead the inside line. But things have definitely calmed down for the better. The more cars we have at the end of this thing, the more exciting. The intensity will start to ramp up. But it was there from the drop of the green flag, though. So kind of just had to take a chill pill, reset. This is kind of more of what we expected to see.
Hearing some chatter out of Drew. He wants a car to get in front of him so he can push them to potentially get back towards the front.
We're only a second and a half behind. If they get some tandems going, they could easily catch up to this first pack as they're still trying to sort themselves out slightly. They're not really too hooked up, too together.
I think this group is really just, sit back and vibe. We've still got 70 laps to go.
See the 88 there of Dylan Failvich. He's up 12 spots since the drop of the green flag. He picked up his teammate Kyle Ritchie, who is currently the first man 1 lap down. But the Labor 12 boys working well together. Biggest mover so far is still Spencer Burton in the 98 Planet Fitness machine. He is up 26 spots. The front 4 single file. Jonathan Dolly says never mind. Says never mind again. Can't quite make up his mind on which lane he wants to be in. But he does need to be on the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll have to come in and pit within the next handful of laps. That 74 machine looking pretty, you know, style-wise at least, inspired to Travis DeLeon's. Love the multicolor scheme on that. Dylan Herberton doing a lot of the paint schemes for guys in the league, helping them out last minute. They got a good-looking field here tonight. Still 38 cars on the lead lap. Kyle Ritchie 2 laps down, as well as Brandon Powers. All 42 still on track.
I just, you know, speaking of paint schemes, I don't know why, but I feel attracted to the 66 of Hunter Rupp's paint scheme. It pumps out to me. The red, the green, the orange, a little bit of yellow in there.
Visually
it's a
pleasing.
nice looking scheme, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to Dolly's strategy leading that high line. He's got a couple caution laps. Oh, he's gonna get, well, teammates hooked up on that outside. We'll see what they can do. Tenold Galvin Racing boys. There's Hunter Rupp in the 66. But with all that shuffling, they've actually, something has happened to this second pack. They were a second and a half back. Now they're 4, almost 5 seconds.
Law is trying to get just anyone in front of him so he can
They're
push
2 by 2. They are not. That's not the most efficient way to go forward.
Well, Drew wants to push somebody, so he's forcing someone to pass him. But now
our boy in the 55 does not want that to happen. They're going to get caught by this third pack. They actually probably need to figure it out pretty quick. Travis DeLeon, which way will he go? He sees, again, some unnecessary things. He's just going to check up. We'll see how that does for guys further back. Looks like they all kind of got the memo. This pretty much cements 2 packs.
Ashman falling pretty hard being that one on the outside. Did he just hit the wall? Oh.
Looks like he's all right, though, in the 55. Pretty much.
But why did he hit the wall by himself?
And Joshua McQuiggan, 17 cars make up this lead pack. And then Drew Joie going to lead the second pack, 6.5 seconds back. And that's pretty much where we're at right now. The 48, Ryan Miniker, no dancing partner. And Larry McKenzie Jr. getting lapped currently as we speak. But other than that, everyone's in a pack. And it is single file. We're a third of the way through this race. Everyone's just kind of in that survival stage. No one hopping out of line. But it's refreshing to see, though. You can definitely see the drivers.
They didn't tell us to crank it up but not redeem a crank it up.
We have the option. Anyone wants to redeem a crank it up or a driver update? Find out where your favorite driver sits. But technically they are our boss, so we'll go ahead and crank it up here for the first time of the regular season. Here on lap number 34. See our first little strategy call here. The TGR guys pitting together. Jonathan Dolly, Andrew Tenold, and Magnus Anderson. While not a team car, has a close technical affiliation. They're going to come down together. Dolly obviously having to blink first in terms of fuel. Brandon Bowers as well, sitting in the 40th position. Not where we expected him to be tonight. But the rest of the field coming in on lap number 17. Imagine they'll be able to go about another 4 to 6 laps. Randy Arms currently runs in the 26th position after starting in the 24th position. And just kind of riding out in this second pack, trying to get to the end of this thing. But it does look, if we keep up our current course, a very good chance that we're going to see some green flag pit stops, and the strategy has broken open again as the top 7 have had a major disagreement, and that has broken this pack up yet again. Now it's a 7-car breakaway. Max Urek.
I just want to say, you might, like, potentially have jinxed it. They're getting pretty dicey here in this second pack.
Well, just as they say that, it's calm back down. I believe that is the 48, Ryan Mineker, who's just been off sequence pretty much from the get-go, through no fault of his own. Obviously a missed shift on the initial start of the race. But yeah, definitely if you're these guys right here, if you're in 8th place, you feel like, hey, I deserve to be up in the lead pack, but that's not the case, and there's going to be some shuffling, some disagreements on about who can lead the line, who can get hooked up, who can push the quickest. And that's kind of what we saw. Brandon Bowers wanted no part of that. He's already a couple laps down, no need to risk anything, because he knows they're trying to catch this main pack. 98 is Spencer Burton and Zach Scare trying to get an outside line for him, but that'll only lose more
they're
time.
wrecking!
Oh, this is back in the second pack. Huge wreck on the front stretch. The big one at Daytona just before green flag pit stops. Kenny Sten is involved. Nick Cashman. Let's take a look at what happened.
DeLeon just hooks Larry McKenzie Jr.? That is kind of a question mark, because I'm not sure what the goal was.
Oh, that's going to just take out that whole second pack. And there's Larry McKenzie Jr., the 32 machine. Yeah, that's, that's a tough one there. Unfortunately. I'm not sure what Larry McKenzie could have done differently there.
I mean, he could have been above the yellow, but
yeah, but I mean, I don't think it was egregious.
I mean, he still shouldn't touch the dude.
I guess he thought he. The only thing I can think of is that DeLeon thought that that was going to split up that second pack and wanted to get ahead of him, especially because he was a lap car, so obviously differing of opinions there. I can imagine from the eye of it, yeah, I can kind of see what's happening here now. Got to get the whole context. 32 had just been lapped. That was down on the inside.
I mean, you could say you get it, but I don't get it.
It adds a little bit of context, obviously.
I mean, it adds the context of wanting to get it around him. But
yeah, but he doesn't want to lose that main pack, and then it's just misjudged. Misjudgment from the 15, but you could possibly say that 32 needs to just be up against the wall. Nick Cashman nowhere to go. Kenny Stenez nowhere to go. Let's take a look at anyone else if they're involved.
Randy Arms, we had questions about him. Where is he at? He got a little bit of damage from that. I think he might have lost the right front toe link. I think that car is wobbling.
Yeah, but that was, again, just kind of... 32 probably could have been against the wall. The 15 probably could have been a bit more patient. This is going to be everyone coming down to pit. Get 4 fresh tires, and we're going to rack them all back up again. Nick Miller will win the race off of pit road. He'll lead for the first time tonight. Still 38 cars on the lead lap. All 42 still on track, which is very nice to see. It's a good caution for them, even though they're multiple laps down. They'll be at least able to get packed back up. Kyle Ritchie, Brandon Bowers, Larry McKenzie, and Ryan Miniker. And hopefully get on a little bit of a cycle here. But if you finish top 30, you have a great shot based on bonus points with, still outstanding, of getting yourself locked into next week's race at Auto Club. There's still a lot to race for, not even halfway through. But especially if you're Kyle Ritchie, no one else is even on your lap. So 2 cautions, and you're right back in the mix of it. We saw last week the Labor 12 guys, they showed great speed at Chicagoland, so if they can get hooked up and work together, they could become a force later in this race.
They actually showed me Kyle Ritchie just a lap down. I mean, I could very obviously be wrong.
We'll have to wait and see who got that lucky dog. He's coming out of the pits right now. But yeah, that's what our ticker is showing. 1 lap down. Like a lap and a half, but he's going to get caught back up to the field. Won't need the track map as we're all right back together again. Lights are out on top of the pace car. We'll be going back to green flag racing.
I believe Nick A. Miller chose to come down the pits again, so he gave up the lead.
Yeah, he'll be starting back in the 31st position. That'll give the lead of the race back to Dylan Herverton. James Jimmy Filler's your front row. New appearances in this top 10. Joshua McQuiggan, Zach Scare. They're up 20-plus spots, respectively. Kevin Boley's up 23. Travis Scrimata is up 13. Travis DeLeon involved in that last caution. He's up 20, though. His teammate, Daniel Pendergrass, is up 23. Matt Tatum, another one of the CMS drivers. They're hanging out at the back trying to avoid the carnage. He's up 18 spots. That's definitely their strategy. Talking to them at length about it, they kind of want to just avoid it. They want to have a car at the end to compete. Dylan Herverton and James Jimmy Fillers leading us down here for the restart on lap number 42.
Herverton has a big lead, like before he even launching.
Gonna drop right down in front of James Jimmy Fillers, outside line. Is he trying to drop down? Drew Joie actually goes up to the outside line. Hooked up with a 49. Let's see what kind of run they can get out of turn number 2. If they can get hooked up together. The 49 will hop down into line. Drew going to do the same thing. So single file, about front 8 cars. Just 2 by 2 thus far.
Just not much of a drive, like on that restart.
See if the 61 wants to get to the bottom. He's going to elect to stay up. His teammate Hunter Rupp is on the way. It's exciting because we still have, again, 38 cars on the lead lap. 39th is 1 lap down. Had some growing pains in the start, but we approach halfway. Still a lot of good-looking race cars, fast race cars still in contention. This intensity is going to start ramping up here. I'll probably say right in the next 10 to 15 laps, honestly, once we get past halfway. Love to see some new faces, though, towards the front of this field. Thomas Green, Max Schurak, Hunter Rupp, Zach Almond, Mark Frimpong. Pleasure watching them race for the first time. Drew Joie lead that outside line now, with help from Thomas Green. Matt Tatum kind of stuck in no man's land here. So 18 cars make up this front pack, and everyone on back in the second pack.
Although they're coming pretty hard with Andrew Tenold, so they might be catching.
Let's see what Tenold elects to do here, though. Obviously, this will be a pass for position. Going to go on the outside here. This could get things a little messed up off of turn number 2. But it works out pretty nicely. Magnus Anderson, teammates say, hey, we're clear to get down. We'll bring the 42 of Jarrett Talmadge right with him. Fastest lap of the race that lap was Travis Scrimata, a 45.49, quickest lap set thus far in the race.
Man is hauling the mail.
195 miles an hour through the tri-oval. Got Zach Almond to his outside, though. This is what these guys kind of further back, the back half of this first pack have to be careful with. Too much side-by-side racing, you can get dropped. You can already see a gap somewhat trying to form, but they settle down, got single file, and Max Jurek will lead them right back up.
Dylan Failovich apparently coming in this time by.
It's the 88 machine, another one of the labored 12 guys. He's on the lead lap. Don't spot any issues wrong with the car. Maybe forgot to fuel it.
Black flag, or yeah, that. Oh yeah, he's coming in with Alex Chura.
Alex Chura, single car team, Arsenal Motorsports driver, but he found a buddy to pit with, and they'll be off sequence.
Max Jurek doesn't seem to want to get out of this outside line.
Oh, you see there Andrew Tenold, the shot from Magnus Anderson in the background. They settle it for now. Dolly trying to push his technical alliance up to the front. They're 2.7 seconds off of Spencer Burton, who got dropped. The Platinum Motorsports driver, again, in the undesirable position of no man's land. Will get overtaken quickly by this second pack. Going roughly 15 miles an hour quicker.
Oh, we're about to be, okay, we're two. Drew had an opening blow.
Intensity starting to ramp up. Max Jurek, Mark Frimpong starting to make inroads on that outside. Zach Almond, Mitchell Bagley, we saw he had great speed in the opening runs. He's back up there in the 43 machine. There are those two lap cars that came in together. Alex Chira, Dylan Failvich. They're going to try and fall in line here. We'll be 3 wide, though. They're up to speed, though, with a 2-car tandem, so it shouldn't be too drastic. Hugging that outside wall. Very respectful of the leaders. The middle lane will have to do a little bit of work here just to make sure off the corner exit no shenanigans happen. Looks A-okay. Yeah, A-right there. A-okay. But that'll
the 51 is getting pretty close to the left, or yeah, the right rear quarter panel.
So that is actually worst case scenario if you're Kyle Ritchie. You've been the first car 1 lap down for so long, and now you're the 3rd car in line. The moves being made on that outside. Drew Jouad jumps up to lead Max Jurek. This will be halfway in 2 laps. Thomas Green makes a move out of line. Not a lot of help, though. Drew not to his back bumper yet.
This outside line does not have a lot of momentum. They might have it here, though. Drew is coming with a charge.
The 29, McQuiggan, not really hooked up to the back bumper of the 49, but you can see it's pretty squirrely in both lanes. These front 3 kind of maybe a bit too far out in front. Not a lot of help. We'll see what kind of run the 13 gets, but they are hooked up on that outside lane. Here comes the 13. 46 doesn't make a move. What does the 10 and the 36 do? We know the 36 will come up and block it. Outside a second. Run's kind of stalling. Front 2 got hooked up. Kind of equaled out that tandem. Shortest way around the racetrack as well. And that outside line will fall back yet again. It is a 17-car pack with the 2 lap cars of Alex Chira and Dylan Failvich as well, hanging on to the tail end of this pack 1 lap down.
They had 3 cars in line pushing there for a second on that outside line. They had enough momentum to get up to second place. They're still in second.
Little block from the 36. Thomas Green had that momentum. And the intensity has ramped up yet again. Side-by-side battle for the race lead. As we have hit halfway. What a shot from James Jimmy Fillers there.
Oh, they're both pushing. Those those second cars are giving it all they're worth.
We know what the 36 will do. With that 13, Andrew Joie both going to get clear. Oddly enough, we really haven't seen the OCM boys getting together all that much. Timothy J. Moore stuck in the second pack. Drew leading the charge, though. But we know if they get hooked up, they will be a force to contend with 36.
Here comes
jumping out of line.
Hermanson now leading the outside line.
Yeah, Hermanson wants to lead every single lap possible. He's going to want to lead a line. He doesn't want to be stuck in helping anyone. We've got a push from Hunter Rupp on board here outside of the 4 of Drew Joie, who has to get off the 13, cool down the engine temps. The 13 not going to make a move.
Ooh, they're not looking good.
That was a sketchy onboard. Hunter Rupp.
Hermanson was a little high there.
They were not connected well. 36 will now get back down in line, saying, hey,
said,
61, we might need to rethink that tandem there, but good save. Well done from Maxi Rec to get off of him. Zach Scare working with the 71 machine. Travis Scrimata. These guys kind of just single file back here. We're getting into another one of these semi-long green flag runs. Past halfway, though. 48 laps to go when they complete this lap.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the teammates Richard Mandonka and Dylan Hermanson to potentially go for it. Just bide their time for now, though.
We saw last week at Chicagoland. Dylan said no team orders. They're racing pretty hard for the race lead for a number of laps. That outside line, though, only 3 cars really hooked up. Not really moving anywhere. They're not connected well. Kind of scrumming all around. They're losing time, speed, and positions. The inside line definitely working well together, staying single file. Got a driver update for Joshua McQuiggan, who runs in the 12th position. He started now the 11th position. Oh, that's going to be contact. Mitchell Bagley, hang on to it. They got squirrely out of turn number 2. More contact is made. They're not going to save this one. Second pack quickly approaching the scene.
Oh, oh no, that's just... The 51 just kind of comes down.
Zach Amon. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh boy. That is just, well, I was going to say, it looked like he was going to come down and hit the 43 again, but he saw the chaos in front of him and wanted to get back in line. Zach Scare, nowhere to go. Big contact there with the 71. Oh, the 27 of Kevin Boley going to get collected in that as well. Big damage.
Yeah, it seemed like he just wanted to get back in line. He just misjudged how fast Scare was coming.
Yeah, nothing Zach Scare could have done there. Let's go on board with him here. What started that, I believe... Let's take a look at that initial contact right after this with Mitchell Bagley.
Luckily, we covered the Rex for a pretty long time, but if you also...
We definitely don't want to be Fox News. Oh, no. We might
Not Fox News.
Or Fox Sports. Oh, brother. It's all controlled by the same parent company. But, yeah, that's...
Well, luckily, there's an easy way to get rid of ads here.
You got $4.99 a month and a dream. But, yeah. So, Zach Scare kind of saw what was going on. 51 trying to get back in line. I don't even think you caused it.
No, he's saying one time can I cause. He's saying,
yeah,
like,
okay.
I'd like to be the cause of the wreck instead of being
Let's
caught
see
up.
here. A lot of shaking up of the order here. Let's take a look at where Mitchell Bagley lies after all of this. The 43 machine. Go. I want to see his chase cam and see what kicked that off initially. But definitely don't want to have as few commercials as possible.
Not one of these mini. We don't have a $25 million.
Oh, he's just gonna come up. Just he unloaded the wheel too early on corner exit. Comes up, catches the 61. 61 comes down a bit, but that 43 went way up and got him. A decent save. Then poor dude had no idea what was going on above him, but he'll save it again though. Good save from the 43. Get that car out of the wall. The second pack kind of showing up on the scene. Feels like that was further back on the front stretch, but I was wrong. Zach Scary.
I mean, it just started further back. It just went on for a long time.
It did. Kevin Boley. But on board with Scare. Looked like he still had all his RPM, so he should still be able to continue as long as the toe link is intact. 57. Looks like, yeah, Alex Shira. Excuse me.
Is it?
Let's see here.
I don't seem to be having any issues.
Yeah, it's all good on my end. It says we're all good to go. I do apologize. A quick refresh of the stream could potentially fix any issues. No lagging here. It won't freeze if you subscribe. Yeah, we withhold bandwidth from our users. I'll be glad to hear that it's mostly okay. Just ads. Yeah, I know. We'll have to figure out a solution for that.
There is a solution for that.
Not everyone has $4.99 to give to their favorite iRacing broadcasters. Yeah, we disabled pre-rolls, but they have a certain schedule, whatever Twitch's schedule is, so we have to go in and look at that. It should disable pre-rolls. We told it to, but hopefully they're gone. But it looks like Alex Chira, I have to get with him to confirm, but I believe Alex Chira is the correct pronunciation. He'll get the lucky dog. Kyle Ritchie will be still one lap down. But pace car is off, and James Jimmy Fillers will lead us down through the Geico restart zone. And we are back underway here at Daytona. 36 going to have a nice window to drop into. That'll allow Thomas Green and Drew Jawah to work together well on that outside. It's your money and we need it now. That's technically what he's saying. But you can already see the field spread with 42 cars on track. If you get further back side by side, you can easily side draft yourself. You can see everyone trying to get down. Side lane starting to push hard. We're approaching 40 laps to go. Maybe a couple guys further back trying to think, you know, let's see what my car's got. Let's see how quick we can make a move. Magnus Anderson, real sketchy through the tri-oval. Thought he was making an unscheduled pit stop, but he's back in line. More and more cars drop to the bottom side of the racetrack. We again have two packs split.
Just a good way for a lot of these drivers to feel comfortable.
But here's the battle for the race lead. Again, we've seen this one. Drew Jawah shoving Thomas Green. Oh, that might get a little sketchy, though. They're not completely square. The 13 trying to side draft, and it does not look steady. But he has gotten the lead of the race.
Those two on the bottom line were not necessarily holding all the way to the yellow there.
Side draft, you can feel the intensity starting to pick up. Be 40 laps to go next time by the TGR eSports 250 at Daytona.
Oh, they're checking up.
Further back, Mitchell Bagley, Tyler Connors, Hunter Rupp, gotta be let up.
Let him up, let him up, let him up.
66, you're good. Clear. All right, they made it.
Oh, they're not clear. They're not clear.
Oh no, big damage for the 46. And that wreck went on forever. Tyler Connor's involved. What happened?
Oh, there was a checkup in front of Frimpong, like, even after that.
So hang on, I gotta see what happened here to the 66. Poor dude was down below the apron the entire back straightaway. The 36 and the 29, Joshua McQuiggan.
Oh yeah, McQuiggan great going into the corner. Come on.
That's a huge checkup. Oh my goodness. And then poor Hunter Rupp's gonna get. Oh, good. Oh, that's evasive maneuvers there. The 66 wanted to drop to the bottom at the worst possible time, trying to get in with his teammate. And then just kind of stuck there, 3 wide. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, there's the 18 of Frimpong. Timothy J. Moore, Zach Amon, Andrew Tenold, Hunter Rupp, Connors. Multi-car incident here with 40 laps to go. Hold the brakes. He's sliding down the racetrack. Mitchell Bagley was involved as well. Oh, big damage there. Stuck right up in the fence, but it started with Mark Frimpong. Let's take a look. It was just multiple checkups. Looks like the 36 gets out of it a bit. 29 gets shoved into it. It's just not sync up well there down the entire back straightaway.
And that was a major save by Timothy J. Moore there.
Let's take a look. Went on. Oh, with 69, he's going to get a shot in the left rear of the apron. He straddled the apron there. That is survive.
The Tim Moore experience. It's a floater.
So, interesting decision here. Top half of the field, back to Matt Tatum in 19th. Last pitted on lap 55. 20th on back, came down on lap number 61. Kyle Ritchie will be getting his lap back. That'll give us 39 cars on the lead lap. It's going to come down. Get 4 fresh tires and build up with Sunoco Racing Fuel. He'll be back out on the lead lap. And then it'll be Brandon Bowers. 2 laps down. That'll be needing a little bit of help here in the final 37 laps. And then Larry McKenzie Jr., who had a upload packet loss issue, and then Ryan Miniker, who's just been kind of caught off sequence since the drop of the green flag here tonight, both multiple laps down, although they are racing each other for the 41st position.
It's kind of wild to see, potential championship favorite Brandon Bowers 2 lap down.
Got some new comers and goers, though. Travis DeLeon, up 32. Samuel Demien, Speed Zone eSports driver in the 60 machine. Spencer Burton back in the top 10. Randy Arms as well. So Speed Zone eSports making their move towards the front.
Hey, speaking of Speed Zone, Ryan Tiller up in 12th.
All there.
Taco Bell boy.
12th. Daniel Pereira. Steven Valdala. He's kind of hung out at the back. The ASBV Racing driver. He's got his teammate right next to him, so starting to get some alliances formed up. Teamwork starting to get together.
Need more out of Cashman. Need to see him a lot further up.
He's up 25 spots, though, making us look pretty good. Kind of biding his time.
To be fair, I do want to see the car, come across the finish line at the end of the race on the lead lap, so that would be nice.
Put together in one piece. Check the bottom right of your screen, though, periodically throughout the race. And next week at Auto Club, 7 o'clock will be the LCQ. 8:15 will be the feature race, live here on YJ Media, sponsored by Matt Liveries. Got to come on board, do some work with him. We're super excited about that. next weekend at 8:30. Green flag will fly. Looking forward to that one as well. First, we got
posted a link. Sorry, I was gonna say I posted a link to his Twitter in chat if you want to check him out.
Does very good work. You look good, you race good. We're back to green flag racing here on lap number 64. 37 laps to go. Inside line pretty much rolling. Front three clear of the outside lane. Carson Poindexter, not a lot of help from Kenny Stennis. Spencer Burton and Ryan Tiller, the only four up top. So everyone's still dropping down to the bottom. Nick Cashin making a move to the high side, though. We can see further back. He's got help.
There was some cutting off on the restart there. Timothy J. Moore immediately dropped to the bottom and jacked up the inside line.
Look at Nick Cashman. Up 30 spots, trying to crack the top 10 for the first time this evening. But there's a disagreement.
I think he heard me talking.
Top 6, though. Got half a second on these guys, so if they don't drop into line quickly, it could get pretty ugly. Cashman trying to get in line, nothing doing.
Oh, he turned... No!
Oh, and Ryan Tiller!
Car.
Oh, and he is upside down and destroyed. Further back, the 88, the 46. And we'll see, gonna have to tow for the 9 machine. Larry McKenzie Jr. involved as well. He is, well and truly destroyed.
After we figure out what happened during this wreck, you gotta go watch what happened with Richard Mandonka on the, at the yellow.
Oh, and he's just gonna get hooked. Oh my goodness. The roof flaps came up out of that car. The 88 gets turned. And that's just destroyed. Let's take a look here. 55. We saw him trying to get in line, and he's... Oh, boy. This wreck was brought to you by us. So 55, he's going to either side draft. I don't know. I won't speak for our driver. Well, he tried to get down in front of him initially. He wanted to get on the inside line. No help up there. Comes down, and it's just going to get hooked.
And I feel like if I had to choose my allegiance, whether it be to my own team or to Taco Bell, I'm choosing Taco Bell.
Yeah, let's take a look here. Rickard Mendoza. What happened with him, Mendoza? Oh, he's gonna just... Oh, and it's just... people piling into the wreck. Not a whole lot of damage. The 36 involved. He's kind of out of position there. Let's go right on board with Ryan Tiller. It'll be a very unfortunate ride. And there you have it. I don't think you did anything wrong there at all, Ryan. The awkward Tuesday morning debrief for us, for sure. Yeah, not a whole lot we can do. Whose car did you land on, though? You did the Bubba Wallace. Let's back it up ever so...
Tatum.
That's
He landed
Matt
on
Tatum. Oh, this is gonna be it. Hey, look at that. That's not what you want to see.
Oh my,
That is not what you want to see. Hello.
Oh, that is a screenshot and a half.
So that's definitely, right about here, that Taco Bell gong is going off. He just kept his foot in it, though. I mean, yeah. Where's the soundboard for that? Play the music.
Hold on.
I mean, my goodness, that is ridiculous. Yeah. What do you say to your spotter in this instance? We got to take a look at this from multiple angles.
What?
Look at
Why
that. There
is
you
Tyler
go.
Connors nowhere in a voice chat for me to go grab him?
Like, how do you call that? Car literally high. He's above you. I mean, my goodness. He's still going though. Netcode saved his life. Gotta go get a word here with the CMS boys. See if they're around. Hello, Matt Tatum. Are you still with us?
I am.
Yeah, you had Taco Bell for dinner tonight, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I was actually at that Talladega race when Logano flipped and Bubba Wallace
That's what
went
we were
under him,
saying,
and I
yeah.
was saying that's exactly what I just experienced.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible. I've never, yeah.
I think Boley was right behind me too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We
both almost died.
He went through you over a couple others. That was ridiculous.
That was scary.
Yeah. Looks like netcode, though, blessed you. Should be good to continue, though, from the looks of it, at least.
Yeah, I had no damage from that somehow.
There you go. But y'all kind of just playing it cool. I've seen you guys just slowly make your way towards the front, trying to avoid the chaos around y'all, but doing a decent job of it so far.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I got 30 laps to go here. Is it time to go, or what are we thinking?
Oh, we can't tell what we're going to do in the chat.
We're not showing our hand.
There you go. Fair enough. Yeah, I got 45 people watching you. Some of them ought to be your competitors, so I respect the keeping it close to the vest there.
Yes, sir.
What would you make for dinner tonight, Max?
I had Moe's.
Ooh.
Nice little steak burrito.
Isn't that just great value Chipotle?
Chipotle gives people salmonella, so no. Pretty sure they got
Maybe I'm built
federally
different.
sued. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I had a steak burrito for dinner. It's pretty good.
So yummy.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, we're getting back to the restart. Good luck the rest of the way.
So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
thanks.
Love you, bye.
Nah, Moe's is superior to Chipotle in pretty much every facet. That's just me, though.
Yeah, but your opinion's wrong.
I don't really care. It was yummy, and I enjoyed it. Gonna be 32 laps to go when we get back to the green flag here. The intensity sure to ramp up yet again. Brandon Bowers is 1 lap down. He was the lucky dog in all of that. Pace car is off. Drew Joie and James Jimmy Filler's the front row, and we are underway.
That is a big jump from Drew. He's going to have to get down to not get railroaded.
See Samuel Demien jumping down, Daniel Pereira jumping down.
Oh, we're 3 wide. Mark Fremkong trying to make room. Herviton's 3.
Figured out for now, though.
There's a lot going on.
Kenny Stennis, he's been through a lot, but he's sitting there in the 7th position. Second car on the outside. Travis De Leon, he's up 34 positions, your biggest mover by far. And he's not done yet. And that'll unfortunately end Ryan Tiller's night. 49 minutes of repair. I'm surprised they even bothered to give you a time limit.
Really should have said race over.
Pack it up, we're done. We appreciate your contribution to our national security by getting rid of those last couple Chinese spy balloons, though. Really, that's about the only positive you can take away from it. You're a national hero, Ryan.
So is this where, like, there's potential conspiracy that we sent out the YJ car to wreck him so I didn't have to pay him $10 to go get Taco Bell?
That's exactly what it's at, and you're a terrible person. I had nothing to do with it. That is co-commentator shenanigans, not lead commentator shenanigans.
It's commentator shenanigans.
Oh, boy. Back it up, we're done. 3 wide, Daniel Pereira right in the middle. No help. He's going to be dropping like a rock.
I don't think he is with the side draft. He's kind of maintaining. Now he's falling.
Kenny Stennis comes up to block the run from the outside line. The 2 of Alan Burr. He's making his move to the front. Randy Arms trying to pick up for his fallen teammate. He's inside the top 10. Steven Valdala, Spencer Burton. Definitely got some comers and goers here as we are inside of 30 laps to go. You can see now that second pack getting smaller and smaller, less drivers electing to kind of be off the pace here. But the Labor 12 guys definitely still sticking to that strategy. Caution is out on the racetrack.
There's multiple cars going around in different spots.
And that second half, Andrew Tenold's left front is destroyed.
Oh, this is might have started in different spots. Steven Valdala also got turned.
This was off of turn number 2. Let's take a look at what happened. This was another multi-car incident. This was probably right around 10th position. Oh, Valdala just runs up and into the fence. No help from the 13. Oh, and he's just going to get... Oh, that... Oh, Spencer Burton almost made it through. Chris Pinder. Oh, and Tenold tried to shoot the gap. Didn't quite work out for him. But let's go take a look at Chris Pinder.
I also want to watch... I'm going to personally watch the cockpit view of Tenold.
Yeah, the Valdala just gets out of shape there. Comes down into the 18 of Frimpong and kicks this whole thing off. Not what you want to see out your front windshield there. Max Urek coming to a dead stop. Yeah, just go ahead and stop. William Bowman, the Labor 12 guys, obviously avoided this one. Zach Allman getting a little bit of it again. Andrew Tenold, though, huge damage to that 45. Oh, and oh no.
He just...
Yeah,
He didn't lift until he was like into the back of Scare.
Zach Scare, not going to be happy with that one. So I figured out why the second incident happened. It's because the brakes went out after he ran to the back of the 82, I bet. Yeah, 13 probably won't be too happy about that. Brandon Bowers will love that. As long as he doesn't touch anyone and get a 0x or anything, he'll be the lucky dog. Glad no one got high pointed there. But this is going to get us very close to that final fuel window. Very interesting to note.
Yep, Bowers is the lucky dog.
And now we're finally going to be able to see what he can do.
I still don't think he's used his fast repair.
He had that toe link broken. He would have had to.
Right. I don't know. I think, does he still have damage on his car? Last time I looked at his car, he had damage.
Yeah.
He still has damage, so I don't think he took a fast repair. Was he caught up in multiple wrecks? Am I just that? Like, has it been that long?
We're fading into madness here. Not even 3/4 of the way done next time by, but let's go get a word from your race leader, Drew Joie, with 25 laps to go see what his plan is for the rest of this race.
Driving in oval starts.
Here with Drew Joie, leader of the race here, as we're completing 3/4 race distance. Haven't been able to see you get together with your teammates, but you've been out front most of the night. What do you got for these final 25 laps?
You know, we put ourselves in the right position again, and you know, you said that I haven't really been able to work with my teammates, but you look in third, you look in second. I mean, technically Jimmy Fillers isn't my teammate, but
Technical Alliance.
Technical Alliance, I mean, Thomas Green, we've been working together and known him for like 4 or 5 years on the Xbox side. I've been working with my friends. It's maybe not teammates, but friends. You know, we've worked well together all night. I'm taking time.
Gonna take Tom here. Look at that.
We're gonna continue to work together with the teammates, and you know, we're gonna put ourselves in the best position we can to win this race. And yeah.
Absolutely. Well, got 25 laps to do it when we get back to Green Flag Racing. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Going to be a very interesting 25 laps.
I think it might be a pretty long 25 laps.
Well, if the intensity wasn't ramped up before, it sure as heck is going to be now. 35 cars in the lead lap. I hate that for the 46 machine, Richard Mendoza. He was very quick all week in speed weeks, and he's been on pit road for over 10 minutes. Ryan Tiller showed some very consistent speed as well. Larry McKenzie Jr. still trying to be out there, pick up spots, as is Ryan Miniker. But it'll be Hunter Rupp, the first man, laps down in the 36th position. He is 2 laps down. The 81, Kenny Sten, is definitely in the mix. He's been up in that top 15 most of the night. Will be Drew Joie taking the top side. Planned there. He said doesn't have a lot of teammates up front thus far, but he's been working well with the guys that he knows around him. We're going to probably drop down in front of James Jimmy Fillers here. I had to guess when we go back to Green Flag Racing.
They extended the caution because they're trying to give Rupp a wave around.
So that'll put Rupp 1 lap down. But he's all the way back there. That's going to give some guys at the back half of the pack a chance to top off, and they're going to be looking very close on fuel. He's going to go to the apron on pit exit, and he'll get one of his 2 laps back. Let's go get a word from the admin team and see what that's all about. Here with the race control, what was Hunter Rupp getting that wave around for, just for clarification's sake?
So everybody did pit, which put him up in the front, but for some reason iRacing glitched out and did not give him the wave around. I don't know why it did that.
All right.
But yeah, the leaders did pit, and Drew was behind him.
Okay.
And I don't know why it did not give him the wave around.
So getting the deserved
wave rounds are on though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, appreciate the clarification there.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, so he'll be 1 lap down. Prospects picked up a little bit there for the Supreme Motorsports driver.
Did you see the incident between the 88 and the 34?
I did not.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go look at that.
Was that under caution here?
Yes.
On board with the 34 here.
It was on the entrance of pit road. 88 tries to turn in from the high side.
Oh my goodness. Dylan Failvich, yeah. But getting back to Green Flag Racing here, 24 laps to go. Drew Joie will now lead us to the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway. Oh, big checkup in the back. Mitchell Bagley's going to get turned. 1 car incident further back will stay green. We'll see who got him turned around there. A massive checkup. I believe this might be Steven Valdala. There's just several rows deep. Valdala know where he would have gone there. But Bagley back out, and he is slowly getting up to speed. But Drew did drop down in front of James Jimmy Fillers. Timothy J. Moore. We said he wasn't up with his teammate, but they got 1 car in between them. They know these 3 work very well together. Jughead and OCM. Travis DeLeon, Randy Arms, rounding out your top 5, all single file. Alex Chira trying to crack the top 10. OCM starting to make their moves towards the front as well. 23 laps to go. Arsenal Motorsports. Can he win this race? Can Arsenal win the Premier League?
I would sure hope so.
I'm just begging for Leicester City to stay in the Premier League, so some people have it made. 42, Jarrett Talmadge trying to get down low. Alex Chira. They might be dropping to the back. Unsure.
Bermuda also going to the back. Oh, they're making contact.
Yeah, that was a planned call there.
There was contact with Kenny Stens and I believe the 61. Oh, Cashman and Stens were getting close there.
Side by side here. They need to get single file and not lose any more time. Matt Tatum's cracked the top 10. He's up 31 spots. But no help on that outside for the 35.
There's a little help coming, but he slips inside.
And Kenny Sten is the only man kind of stuck up there, but here comes Magnus Anderson and Dylan Herviton. We know the 36 can push, but Tyler Connor's coming with him. We'll see how far they can progress through this field. Looks like a nice checkup on that inside line, though. Kenny Sten is now going to have the help he needs.
Or is he?
Maybe not. 81 gets split 3 wide. Magnus takes it. Oh, and Dylan Herberton's going to get killed. Kenny Sten has the 61. Dukes of Hazzard style. Oh no, the 81. What happened? .36. Trying to make a move to the front. I think. Oh boy. Let's check out the whodunit camera angle.
Kinda comes and gets him.
Let's
Like Stennis goes to the wall and then he just kind of comes back down.
Let's see here though. He definitely goes up towards that wall. 3 wide, trying to follow Magnus Anderson through. Yeah, that 81's gonna definitely clip him in the right rear there. Unfortunate. Just the margin's so fine here. Tyler Connor's gonna escape just barely. The 61 though. Max Urek, right rear immediately shattered off that race car. Nothing he could have done. Not intentional from the 81, but just a very unfortunate miscalculation. But I can't believe it. Look at this ride. Right rear is obviously destroyed. And then obviously no control. The 81, nowhere to go once he comes back up. Right front toe link broken on the 81. The race of attrition continues to claim more and more. That should be everything Hunter Rupp needed to get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you someone to talk to.
Okay. Got Ryan Tiller in the booth, who went for the wildest ride of the night and potentially the season. Just thoughts on what you saw out there tonight.
I was going straight and then in the air. I don't know. I just got done getting rid of my supper, you know. Went for a wild ride and got me car sick actually. So
right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else I could have done different besides run below the yellow line, but
yeah, very unfortunate. Nothing you did wrong there. Nothing you could have done to avoid it, I feel like. But you were just starting to make some moves to the front. No, you're good. The Speed Zone eSports guys were just starting to kind of get hooked up there and make their way to the front.
Yeah, we had a little team communication under the last few yellows to work our way up, and we're getting there, and we're definitely about to start running into the top 5, and I don't know. I mean, I've seen the replay a few times. Yeah,
it's a tough pill to swallow for sure.
It definitely is, and I don't want to say anything too rude to anybody without talking to anybody first. So
absolutely, we'll understand the frustrations here for the opening race, but we're looking good beforehand.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I say, while we got you here, how you feeling about tomorrow night?
Bristol is. Considering I had a good run at Martinsville, I'm not the greatest when it comes to short tracks. Definitely going to use as much practice time as I can between now and then to get the car dialed in and get comfortable running 250 laps. So
absolutely, we'll look forward.
At least I think it's 250 laps.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's a throwback, so it's going to be lengthy. It's going to be. Gonna be a good one. 19 laps to close it out. You got your teammates sitting 5th and 7th. Let's go get a quick word from them and see how they're doing. Here with the rest of the Speed Zone eSports guys, you've been kind of methodical working your way up through this pack, but now you sit 5th and 7th inside of 20 laps to go. Gonna be able to get hooked up here and hopefully work your way up 4 more spots.
Yeah, I got Randy in front of me, so we're I don't know what the plan is. We're gonna take it as it comes, I think.
All right, 18 laps to go. Still a long way to go in terms of Daytona time, but got to avenge Ryan Tiller there for sure.
Yeah, well, we're going to give her all she's got and see what we can do here. Just try to keep the car clean here.
Hopefully bring home a good finish at a minimum, hopefully. Bring the car home in one piece.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, done a good job of that so far, so.
I've already killed the budget, so we got to bring him home.
Well, good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ryan will have to just retire. He doesn't have another car. not in the budget at the moment.
There you go, still another team's backup car.
Pretty surprising, though. We've avoided major calamity. We have 34 cars on the lead lap. Brandon Bauer's last of those. And we still have 38 cars out of the 42 on track. Out of the race currently Ryan Tiller, Richard Mendoza, Andrew Tenold, Kenny Stenez, I believe. He's still in the pits. He might come back out. Pick up a couple spots towards the end, but pace car is off. Drew Jawat and James Jimmy Filler leading us down with 17 laps to go, getting a really good start on that outside.
Another restart where the guy that decides to take the outside line just has a giant lead.
Travis DeLeon leading that outside line with help from Carson Poindexter. See a check up further back. Matt Tatum going to jump down in front of his teammate Chris Pinder.
Oh, we're 4. We are now 3. 4 wide. Frimpongsen's at 4. We're still going.
98 Spencer Burton gets a shot from Zach Ahmed. Nick Miller backing out of it. And we're only 3 wide. Now he's going to get turned.
Oh, Nick Miller turned.
Caution is out. Oh, Daniel Pendergrass and Alex Chira goes for a wild ride. Hold the brakes. Take a look here.
Oh, Nick Miller just tried to, like, calm down.
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the whodunit angle, specifically for this kind of stuff. Let's go 1/4 speed here. Pendergrass trying to follow Zach Ahman. Yeah, no, definitely could stay there. I thought from that one angle. Pendergrass came up, but that black seam gave us everything we needed to know. And then Pendergrass going to get right reared, and Alex Chira thought he was going to be clear. Nothing he could have done. Daniel Pereira getting a piece of it. Steven Valdala going to get just slight contact. But Nick Miller able to drive that away under his own power. It's good news for Max Urek. He'll get one of his 2 laps back.
Stick a moose in channel. Why? You're just around it, buddy.
Let's go talk to some of our newcomers here. The Platinum Motorsports guys, you got YJ Media up in the booth. How we doing tonight?
What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot. Y'all putting on a good show, especially you, Spencer. You've come from the back to the front multiple times. What do you guys have for these final 15 laps?
Just trying to keep my nose out of the problems and try to bring this home in one piece. I don't know. It's the opener, so I'm not trying to do too much. I'm just trying to get a good finish and not get taken out.
Yeah, try and lock yourself into next week's race and be off and running for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, you've been to the front, to the back, and pretty much everywhere in between. But you look good out there doing it.
Yeah, I've been trying. I've been working my way through the field a couple of times, but man, I tell you what, it's getting scary here late. But I'm just trying to avoid all the bad cautions and stay away from all the carnage.
Absolutely. Intensity sure to ramp up yet again here in these final 15 laps.
Yes, sir, it is. It's going to get good. I hope we can put on a good show for y'all and hope we can keep it green for the rest of this thing.
Absolutely. Y'all done a good we've done a good job though thus far, so good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, man.
We're playing GeoGuessr.
Here with the Planet Sim eSports guys, you got YG Media in the booth. How we doing tonight?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. Y'all putting on a decent show tonight, especially you two. You kind of been all over this racetrack, front, back, and everywhere in between. But right now, your 11th and 12th going to be lined up pretty close together on this restart. What do you got for these final 15 laps?
Hoping Jarrett can take my pushes so we can get to the front. Just trying to get back up there for the end of this race before we have possible green-white checkers and all that, and just trying to get track position, try to get back up the front, work with Drew. Seems to all work pretty good together. I think we could have a good shot at a win.
Absolutely, y'all are making some good progress up on that outside line, so we'll see what you guys got for the final 13 laps. Good luck the rest of the way, gentlemen.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Magnus Anderson got a driver update redemption. Let's see where the 7 machine is. He currently resides in the 19th position, the Bitcoin Boys racing driver. He is up 4 spots from where he started in the 23rd position. From the looks of it, it's got a pretty clean race car. All 4 wheels go in the same direction. 34 cars in the lead lap. Max Shrek, the only man 1 lap down. So next caution will put him on the lead lap as long as he's not involved in it.
How about we just don't have another caution?
That would be fun. But yeah, Drew Joie, Timothy J. Moore going to be something to watch out for here. Randy Arms, Samuel Demien, Travis DeLeon, Matt Tatum, Chris Pinder, the CMS gang, Jarrett Talmadge, Thomas Green, Alan Burr, kind of the only one in the top 10 without a second teammate. But he's up 11 spots. He's holding his own very well.
We talked about it early on in the show. You know, I personally said CMS, they've got enough numbers. You get down to the end of the race, they try and avoid all the wrecks. You get them in a line, that's a lot of momentum.
Absolutely going to be a thrilling finish here, going back to green flag racing with 13 laps to go. 34 cars all in the lead lap, and each of them could end up winning this thing. Pace car is off. Drew Joie going to get that nice jump on the outside. He's going to assumedly drop down in front of Fillers. And that's what he'll do. Outside line, going to need a little help to get organized. McQuiggan taking us 3 wide.
Oh, we're 3. Why are we 3?
Mark Frimpong. That almost was disaster. We saw a bunch of squirreliness there, but he's hooked up with Thomas Green. McQuiggan nowhere to go. We're all shuffling for position now. You can see they're just the field spread. Everyone trying to get everything they can. That car's below. The Labor 12 guys just want to get out of here. They want a clean race car at the end of this. They know there's going to be more wrecks. Dylan Herverton trying to work with Hunter Rupp. This is as far back as he's been. Be interesting to see how he navigates himself through this traffic. But up front, it's that 2-car tandem of James Jimmy Fillers and Drew Joie, 1 and 2. That outside line going nowhere. You have to go all the way back to Thomas Green in the 12th position. Almost a second off the race lead. So the outside line going to have to get some pushes here. Zach Amon trying to do just that.
We just talked to the teammates, Jared Talmadge and Thomas Green. Thomas was like, hopefully Jared can handle my pushes. Jared immediately said, no, I don't want him.
Oh, in the 13, he was slideways out of turn number 4. Mark Frimpong had him hooked up and more. I mean, that was, my goodness. They were making some nice headway, had passed about 3 cars. And now they're going to fall back and try and get reconnected. But 18, showing that he's got it. He'll do what it takes to win. They're hooked up again. Let's see what kind of run they get down the back straightaway. Magnus Anderson thinking about 3 wide. Jarrett Talmadge in the 42. Zach Scared to the bottom.
Check up on the inside.
Coming to 10 laps to go. Thomas Green outside of 5th. It's a bump there. You can see the momentum through the corner. Outside for 4th. Outside of 3rd.
Come up.
Does Fillers or Joie make a move? They're still hooked up. Tandem going nicely.
Oh,
the 13 will get down.
Him. Oh, they weren't connected to 51 and Mark Frimpong.
That's track position there. That's a strategy call from the 13. He just wants to get in line, 3rd on the bottom, and just kind of see what we have going.
Oh, the 51 not giving good shots to the 18.
See Nick Miller trying to take a peek there. He'll drop back in line, 2x2. It's Thomas Green experiencing the woes of online racing.
Oh,
he's back up to the high side. Mark Frimpong, hang on to it. That 18 and the 51, that's not going to last much longer. There's no way they can keep pushing that hard. They're pushing the pusher here, the 18. There's no way they keep it up. Maybe the 18 and the 13, but not the 18, 13, and 51. Yeah, Thomas right back down to the bottom.
He really went from like top 4 to...
The 18 now, we got moves being made. Inside line, look at this. They don't know which lane. The 66 with a late block on Magnus Anderson there. But it is still Drew Joie from James Jimmy Fillers, from Timothy J. Moore. You imagine that if you're Timothy J. Moore, James Jimmy Fillers will pull out to win the race. You won't go with them. So really, you got to worry about fourth on back. Randy Arms, Samuel Demien. That's where the real first challenge is going to come from. Because the 69, although they have a technical alliance, they race together, they're friends. He's not going to push the 10 past his teammate.
Oh, Carson Poindexter looking to like be the one leading that outside line.
Going to get a push from Thomas Green. A little bit off-center, but they keep it going straight for now. That 18 is all over the back straightaway. Here comes the 49. He's outside of fourth place. They got a good run coming here. Does the 69 come up and take it? Yes, he does. Timothy J. Moore. Haven't heard his name a lot. Surprising.
They're trying to split him. Oh, there's a big run coming. Nick Miller. 3 wide in the middle.
Bringing Joshua McQuiggan with them.
Oh, McQueen left in the middle. Is Herviton going to get stuck on the high side? He's got the pull from Magnuson.
Yeah.
Or Magnus.
Still, this two-car tandem between the 10 and the 4. Can anyone break it up? The Speed Zone eSports drivers now 1 and 2 on the bottom. Randy Arms getting pushed from Samuel Demien. Jarrett Talmadge back in the mix. Travis DeLeon, 7 laps to go. Be 6 when they come across the stripe this time by. Oh, there's going to be a wreck in the back of the pack. 82, Zach Scare gets turned. Daniel Pereira. Caution is out. As he gets out of the way of that second pack, that's exactly what they were hoping for. That's exactly...
What in the world?
Let's take a look at what happened. Off of turn number 4. A better angle than that.
Pereira just comes up off the yellow and turns himself.
This was back at the very end of this first pack, and yeah, he's going to come up right in front of Dolly. 82, just a victim yet again, but not a whole lot of contact made. So allow Brandon Bowers to catch back up. You can take your heart pills or whatever, because it's that was getting hot and heavy right there. Gonna be absolutely got 55 of you watching this exciting conclusion to round number 1 of the Affinity Racing Series, the TGR eSports 250 at Daytona. Zach Scare, that about pretty much summed it up, I'd have to imagine.
$55 viewers here for the final 5 laps. Hopefully the final 5.
Absolutely. And as always, racing for a cause here at ARS for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Already $800 raised thus far. We're not even through the first race. The pace car probably does have to refuel. But we've had really good stints of green flag racing, though, definitely. Almost got to green flag pit stops twice, just a couple miscommunications out there.
Like, we've definitely had cautions breed caution scenarios, but those in between where we're getting like 20 green flag laps, like, it's been good.
We'll get a word with Dylan Herviton, see what his game plan is here for the final couple of laps. Here with Dylan Herviton Racing, how we doing tonight, gentlemen?
It's just me by myself. Ricky's unfortunately out of it.
Right, he was looking really quick again this week.
Yeah, it's just I've got myself in a terrible situation here. I don't really know what I'm going to be able to get out of this. Pitted earlier, thinking I'll just go to the back and work my way up, and I haven't been involved in everything, but I have been in the middle of it all, and unfortunately, it's just been keep setting myself back. And me and Magnus were making good ground there and got turned by the 81. So, or somebody, I don't remember who it was, 61, 81. I don't remember. I know I had a 1 in it. So I'm not really happy about that. But yeah, man, it's frustrating to be back here.
Especially with the moves you made so early in the race, was looking like the dominant car in that first third of the race, but still have some
100%.
time. Yeah, 17th on back, definitely can make some moves though. It's gonna get crazy.
Oh, 100%. Just hope we can get a line moving. And this is the guys did not want to make a move. It seemed like you have the wrong people leading the lines, and they weren't going anywhere. And just frustrating to sit back here and watch it and know you can't do anything about it.
Absolutely.
So, but just want to give a shout out to Andrew. I don't know if I'll be able to give an interview at the end. I don't know if I'm going to be up there. So, I'll tell you while I have it now. Hopefully, we can get up there and make something happen. But it's going to be a challenge for sure. So,
absolutely.
This man doesn't know the YJ way of if you're sitting in voice chat, you get an interview.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, it's all right. I like that. I like that. You guys are different. It's good. I've heard nothing but good feedback for you guys. So
we appreciate it. Well, good luck the rest of the way. Got 3 laps to settle it. Good luck.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Here, get a quick word with James Jimmy Fillers. Been working with Drew Jawat the whole second half of this race. Been tandeming well with him. Going to be 3 laps to go here. What, if any, strategy do you have to try and pull out and beat him?
I haven't really thought about it. Right now, my goal is just to push him all the way, and if we get 4 and we have a chance, I guess I'll go for it off of 4. But if not, I'm fine. I'm content with pushing him. We've ran a good race, and I just don't want to get junked, you know?
Absolutely. Definitely can respect that mindset. Good luck the rest of the way, sir.
Thank you.
Definitely knows that he's got some teams right around him, and he's kind of just stuck by himself. Brandon Bowers is on the lead lap now. Stuck in 33rd, though. Not what we expected tonight.
Yeah, this is the final countdown. There's no more. Oh no, don't go 3 wide. We're sitting back to chill.
It's
we're
go
going
time.
to be 3. We're going to be potentially 4.
Yep, and the same tactic employed all night. Drew Jawad goes early, going to drop right down in front of James Jimmy Filler. Samuel Demien in the 60, not getting up to the back of his teammate. This will give all the momentum to the inside line.
Randy Arms is doing all that he could to get down there and just try and side draft him and keep him from getting too far away.
As now we're experiencing the joys of
I think
online
that's
racing. Yeah. Interesting, but looks to have fixed itself for now. The tandem, the 4 and the 10, the 69.
Oh, we're getting turned. Frimponk's turning the 25.
They save it for now.
What? There's no way they keep it straight. Yeah, no. The Nick Miller into the wall. Nick Miller into Cashman.
Caution is out on the racetrack because we're going to figure out what iRacing's got going on here. We'll just take a quick pause there. I have no idea what that is. Take a quick, just scenic view here while we re-rack it. That's not even Xfinity. Caused apparently by high CPU usage. Interesting. Let's go take a look and see. It's calmed down now, which doesn't make any sense. We have less cars on track, but can we try unplugging it? I'll just take out the CPU, do a quick swap. Got a couple of things I think we can.
This is why when I'm looking to build a new PC, I'm going 16 cores.
Yeah, I wonder if Under the Lights just kind of stressed it out. Zach Amon, no way he pits. Particles and such. Is that an iRacing thing? Let's go find out. Don't want to miss the great finish here. Advanced. Where are we at?
Replay. We're in the replay, though. Fairly certain.
Yeah, where's our particles at? We can fix this real quick. let's calm down for now. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to send us to our first attempt at a green-white checkered. We're coming to 2 laps to go. Kyle Ritchie.
It was actually Nick Miller, by the way.
All right.
It was a long goal one with Nick Miller.
So it's just when they're all packed up together. Oh boy.
Well, that's a replay. You can't fix the replay, brother.
Well.
But you know that, right?
I do not know that. So what was the cause of that, according to you?
Well, there was that with the checkup, and then Nick Miller like dropping back, and then getting run through, hit into the wall, and then turned.
Interesting.
Man, I had to bring up Task Manager.
We are at 40% CPU usage, so whatever iRacing's telling me is a lie. Just want to double check.
Just keep Task Manager open up in the background in case you got any Bitcoin miner.
But we are going to be here for our first attempt. 3 total attempts here for a green-white checkered. The C bar appears to have calmed down now, so we can live with that. It's going to be Drew Joie, James Jimmy Fillers, Carson Poindexter, Timothy J. Moore, Jarrett Talmadge, Thomas Green, Hunter Rupp, who was 2 laps down about 20 laps ago, Samuel Demien, Mark Frimpong, and Zach Alman, your top 10.
Oh, is Brandon Bowers out of this race?
Looks like
he manually disconnected.
He's off track. He'll be finishing in the 36th position, it looks like.
36!
But lights are out on top of the pace car. 3 attempts. On the 3rd attempt, if we get to it, it'll be the point of no return. Whatever they do, if they all wad it up, whoever comes out of that pile first will be your race winner. We will get a green flag finish. Got a driver updates redemptions. We're coming back to the green flag. The 74 of Jonathan Dolly. Running in the 20th position. The 7 of Magnus Anderson runs in the 13th position here for this first green-white checkered attempt. Drew Joie, using the same strategy he's used for about the last 6 restarts. Back underway for attempt number 1 at overtime.
I don't understand why that, that's the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen that where the lead car is literally a car length ahead of 2nd place.
Obviously some team play there between the 4 and the 10.
Oh,
First 3, Jarrett Talmadge, Hunter Rupp, contact.
Frimpong trying to push him for all he's worth, and he gets Hunter Rupp loose.
Can they make it one lap below the apron? Further back, can they make it through? Contact's going to be made. Can they keep it? Say no. No, caution's going to be out. And we will go to our second attempt at a green-white checkered. They all wadded them up down in turn number 3 and 4.
We don't control those.
We do not control the ads. I promise I did not click that. That would make no logical sense to run those ads.
No, Pinder did not wreck the field.
Let's take a look here. started further up, I believe. Randy Arms, Travis De Leon. Randy Arms, who was running so well. 29, McQuiggan. Not sure what that was. If he went there. The 36 just passed someone under the apron as well. Yeah, not 100% sure what. Yeah, I don't understand that, but we're 4 wide. It happened. 66 gets a bump, 15 into the wall, the 18, and the Pinder just gets ping-ponged off the wall. Nothing that could have been done there. And Stephen Valdala getting carried by Pendergrass. And it just kind of all popped off from there. He just gets that wall just sticky. Randy Arms almost saved and then bounce off the wall. Nick Cashman gets into the 17. Yeah, De Leon off the wall. Pinder turned by Nick Cashman. Alex Chira makes it through. Valdala, huge contact. Zach Scare makes it through. Yeah, let me just be the first one to tell you, I'm not running ads with 3 laps to go. That would make no sense. We'll have to take a look at what we can do to lower those, but yeah, that's not good. That's not even Fox Sports is that low, but I do understand the frustrations. Believe me, I get it. I saw it pop up and my heart just sunk there. But so we'll be for our second attempt at a green-white checkered finish.
I may and may not have went and snitched to the admins that someone passed below the yellow.
The latest Taco Bell ad is brought to you by Ryan Tiller and affiliates. Don't you just love the brotherly love?
I would like to be in a Taco Bell ad. I'd give a lot of things to be in a Taco Bell ad.
There's worse things, I'm sure. But well, we appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely appreciate the compliments. We love the look of the overlay. Shout out to Brandon Richard and the rest of the ARS admin team helping out with the graphic side of things. We can do, you know. But the good news is at least according to whatever schedule Twitch has us on, there's no possible way, unless you just tune in, that you should get an ad. And even then, we have disabled pre-roll ads. So we've done as much as we can. We should be clear to the finish.
I will only make an ad for Taco Bell if they pay me. I don't care how much I eat there. We'll say I'm going to bring it home for Speed Zone.
Samuel Demien
apparently
is
P4.
the only Speed Zone eSports driver left after that last one. I mean, Randy Arm's still on track back in 26th.
I'll take your mod away.
And what has been a thrilling race here, the TGR eSports 250 at Daytona.
Is Fillers potentially low on fuel?
Yeah, let's take a quick look at your pitch strategy here. It's going to be actually very dicey. They last pitted on lap 73. We heard it was 24, 25-ish laps. But these caution laps might be the only thing that saves them. Pace car is off for our second attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Drew Jawat employing the same strategy he's used for the last however many restarts at this point. Gonna pull down.
We're 3 wide in the back. Cashman up high, and he turns
wrecking
to 27.
further back. Caution is out. We'll go to our last attempt. Point of no return. Gonna have a very awkward Tuesday morning debrief. Take a look at what happened here to the 55 machine. Just all a huge checkup. No, and he just mistimes that. That's not It was very unfortunate there with the 27 of Kevin Boley. Just kind of tried to fall in line. Green white checkered and just mistimed it. Very oh.
Hey, don't be judging our boy.
Drew Joie was experiencing the joys of online racing there. Let's go on board here, and if you're a Drew Joie fan, you're not gonna like what you're hearing. Yeah, he is shutting the car off. These guys got to catch the pace car though to start this process.
Yeah, I wonder who painted those YG paint schemes.
Fillers shutting the car off as well. I got to go 2 laps plus whatever we have on pacing. Give me all the lap 73 guys, your top 7. Let's take another look at it. Your top 7, lap 73. Zach Amon, the first one. He last pitted on lap 81. Dylan Herberton as well. He's back up to 9th. Your biggest mover, Matt Tatum, by far, up 34 positions. And even Dylan Herberton shutting the car off. So the guys that pitted on lap 73 gotta be on fumes. Zach Scare says he's good. Pitted on lap 103. You're definitely good to the end. But he is on the apron. I mean, they are on fumes. They gotta, at this point, you've made your bed. You're gonna stay out. But this could be a massive wreck if they run out of fuel in front of the field on this last attempt. Darrell Waltrip said all those years ago, and it stuck with me. Strap down the big TV. It's going for a ride. I would definitely strap it down. Someone's going for a ride.
No, I'm gonna get a little shout out to Tenold Galvin Racing, Andrew Tenold, the designer of Nick Cashman's car, and paid to have his name on this race.
The 98 of Spencer Burton is up 23 spots in the 17th position. Alex Chira's up 22. McQuiggan is up 16. Magnus Anderson's up 12. Thomas Green. Look at these guys. They're all on the apron. Chris Pinder's your lucky dog. And this is, I mean, if you're Zach Amon, you are just like, hey, I'm not on the apron. I'm ready to go, guys. Let's get the racing here. So he's got to be feeling pretty good. Just got to try and navigate 4 rows of cars that might be out of fuel.
Someone said, "Where's the 98 in chat?"
We already went through it. Already went through it.
Oh, I am lost in the sauce. All right, I'm trying to keep up with some things.
Of course. But it is going to be a barn burner of a finish.
They're getting lined up.
Lights are out on top of the pace car. The final restart. Interesting to note that Drew Joie took the bottom side of the racetrack, the shortest way around. So he's easily been going to the top each and every time. But on this final restart, he'll take the bottom, and his teammates on the top side of the racetrack as well. It's a very interesting strategy call there. Samuel Demien, Timothy J. Moore, your second row. Thomas Green and Carson Poindexter. 5th and 6th, Zach Amon, Matt Tatum, Jarrett Talmadge, and Dylan Herberton, your top 10.
This does not look like a group of guys ready to go green.
Now, Drew Joie is right up on that pace car. He's ready to go. Got some guys experiencing the joys of technical online connections.
Yeah, luckily this is the last one. You said
Whatever happens now happens. It's going to be under green. Point of no return. Pace car is off. Drew Joie going to lead us down through the Geico restart zone one more time, and we are green. Huge checkup further back. Right around the 12th position. He's going to come up this time to pick up James Jimmy Fillers instead of down low. There's about 5 or 6 cars pushing the pusher. Pretty much a no-no, but it's all you got for 2 more laps. They're clear if they want it on the bottom. Outside lane does not have the help. It is Drew Joie. Got a wreck mid-pack. We stay green. The tandem of the 4 and the 10. Here comes the 13 of Thomas Green.
No. Demian, you gotta get them. You gotta get them square.
Zach Amon goes 3 wide. That's gonna slow these guys down even more. White flag in the air. It's gonna be Drew Joie from James Jimmy Filler. Thomas Green in third, chasing. About 10 cars to settle it. They're half a second back from these top 2. They have to stay hooked together. They'll be sitting ducks if they don't. Here comes Thomas Green. Help from Sam Damien. They have a huge run. Over 200 miles an hour down the back straightaway. He's going to get squirrely. Thomas Green. Drew Joie goes spinning. Thomas Green to the inside. Carson Poindexter and Jarrett Talmadge to follow. Do they have anything out of turn number 4? Carson Poindexter out of turn number 4. Do they have enough fuel? Gonna look to the outside, try and get him, but it is gonna be Thomas Green from Planet Sim eSports. And heartbreak for Drew Joie.
Thomas Green, who we thought was about to get turned on the backstretch to race winner.
What a finish. Let's take a look at what happened to Drew Joie.
I mean, it looks like James Jimmy Fillers wants to come up to block. Drew is late and just turns himself.
He said he would go for it if he had the opportunity. They were pretty much clear. He wants to go up and get the 13. And let's take a look. This will tell the story. And oh, he just gets killed from the 61. Let's take a look. Down the back straightaway. They were hooked up the entire time. The 10 goes to the high side to pick up the 13, and Drew's going to turn himself.
Yeah, Jimmy's trying to blame it on himself. He's trying to say, you know, that's my fault, but like Drew just turns himself.
Not from that angle, it wasn't. 10's trying to go up and just slow the run of it, do something. You see, here comes Thomas Green, who gets a shot from the 60. They're also loose. 13, obviously trying to save that race car. Comes back up on the track. I'd say that's fair game, considering he about got spun. The 49, Carson Poindexter, that one might be a little bit... Well, he's missing the wrecked car. But then they just don't have enough of a run. Jarrett Talmadge not able to get there. You see guys running out of fuel there as well. Larry McKenzie Jr., Kevin Boley, and just not enough of a run off of turn number 4. Let's take one more look at what happened on the back straightaway. Here's his second pack, nowhere to go. Puts himself in the wall, Zach Amon. But Drew Joie will come home 23rd after all of that. This might be your best look at it. But Filler's just coming up to at least dummy a block on that 13. Drew goes right up with him, and it was not nothing Fillers could have done. What a near miss there for the 60. The 42 sneaks by. Thomas Green up 24 spots to take victory here this evening. Let's go ahead and get a word with your race winner. Thomas Green, you got YJ Media in the booth. You are a race winner in the inaugural race of the Affinity Racing Series.
Hell yeah, man.
Talk me through that last lap. What did you see out the front of that 13 machine?
Oh man, that last lap was chaotic. I wasn't sure how I was gonna be fourth in line, and luckily I know Drew, Tim, Jarrett. I've raced with them a bunch, so we all kind of know how to work around each other. But it really all just kind of came into my lap. I didn't expect, I think Drew got wrecked and things happened. I almost got wrecked, somehow made it back up. And then when I came back up, I thought for sure everyone was going to go right around me. And I was like, wait a second, I think I'm in the lead right now. But yeah, overall, it was just chaotic. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Fourth in line. I mean, and like you said, it all kind of unfolds in front of you. You about got turned yourself. We said, oh, it's going to be disaster for them trying to catch. And then all of a sudden, you look up, you're in the lead, and just came home a winner, able to just fend off that last little run there from the 49. You brought it home. Ran a great race all night. Probably didn't qualify where you wanted, but up 24 spots to take the victory in a fantastic fashion.
Yeah, thank you, man. It's funny. Me and Jarrett were talking about before the race. My teammate, we were talking about. Yeah, I think the one thing we don't have in leagues around iRacing right now is a super speedway win, and well, that check that box.
Great time to add that to the collection.
Yeah, not a bad time.
Yeah. Got yourself locked in for next week. Yeah, I mean, it's just a fantastic night for the Planet Sim eSports guys, which well deserved. I mean, you're running up front. Talmadge, you were right there with him. Did a great game plan. First and a third for the team. I mean, that's just a fantastic result for Daytona.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't complain with that.
Yeah, well, before we let you go, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Just shout out to you guys. I was watching the broadcast during the race, and it's great. I can't wait to watch it back.
Absolutely. Well, we greatly appreciate that. Well, congratulations on the inaugural win. That will forever be yours, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Here with your second place finisher, a familiar name to the YJ Media booth, Carson Poindexter from Muppet Motorsports comes home a very nice P2 tonight, right where he started.
Yeah, I'm glad to bring it home P2 tonight. I wish I finished one spot better, but
of course.
Glad to finish P2, have a clean race, get top 30 in points, so I know I'm locked in next week. So yeah, overall good race.
Yeah, checked all the boxes. Just needed a little bit of help off turn number 4, and it would have been a whole different ball game. But just able to avoid all the carnage except for lap 1, coincidentally. I mean, you had a little issue there right at the start.
Yeah.
And then the whole race looked up from there. Able to avoid the last lap chaos and come home in second place. A very strong opening result for the 49 team.
Yeah, that early incident was on me. I got a little caught off guard by us going 3 wide that early, and unfortunately that was my only 4x of the race. So if that didn't happen, I would have had a nice little goose egg in the incident column. But yeah, once again glad to bring it home P2. It was fun racing with those guys. We had a lot of good runs going there.
Yeah, absolutely. But a very strong night. Qualified second, finished second, and looked very competitive all night long. So a very well-earned result.
Yep, thank you.
And of course, before we let you go, as always, anyone you want to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
Yeah, I want to shout out Tyler Connors for being my only Muppet Motorsports teammate in the race tonight. Want to shout out Corey Long for spotting me there at the end, and shout out to Mr. Christopher Weil that is not here with us tonight, or Brandon Lightus, and our good friend Ty Guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a fantastic result tonight. We look forward to seeing you next week at Auto Club.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Got the 42 here in the YG Media booth, Jarrett Talmadge. Started third, finished third, ran a very nice race along with his teammate, and a very fantastic finish overall for the team. Got to be very pleased with how tonight went.
Yeah, pretty pleased. Can't believe we one of us won that. We were joking about midway through the race how we both have very bad luck on plate tracks and leagues, and I guess it's funny how stuff works, isn't it?
Yeah, tonight was your night. Yeah, y'all ran a great race, stayed up front. Good strategy. Able to avoid the last lap chaos, and second place average finish for the team. So a very good way to kick off the season.
Yeah, very good way. I mean, I ended tonight with a 0x, so
No
I
way
think that's
you did
even
not.
more impressive.
All
Yes,
right?
I did.
Go ahead and tell Thomas you won the race. You can go ahead and take that from him. That's incredible.
I mean, that's a 0x is pretty impressive, so I'll take what I can get. And
absolutely, got yourself some bonus points there as well for that.
Yeah, I'm just happy to survive a Daytona race for once and get a good finish. We'll move on to, I don't know where we are next week, but we'll go there and try and win.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to a good race from Auto Club from you guys as well. But before we let you go, anyone you need to shout out or say hi to for the broadcast?
I'd like to shout out to the Planet Sim team, Thomas, great teammate to work with, and you guys for putting the broadcast on.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate it and look forward to seeing you and your team next week at Auto Club.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now that we got the podium interviews out of the way, we'll go ahead and just run it down in order of team, and we'll just go see what's up. We'll go ahead and start with the TGR boys who sponsored tonight's race, and see how they ended up. Here with the Tenold Galvin Racing crew, not the night that some of y'all would have wanted, but nevertheless look competitive as always at this plate style of racing. What are your final thoughts from tonight?
I mean, it was overall a good race. I mean, a lot of cautions at the end, a lot of side drafting that kind of lost the lead pack there on that restart. But talked with what's his name? Old Hunter, and we're on a mutual agreement there. But overall, it was a good race. I know Andrew kind of got caught out, and Jonathan, if you want to add in now.
Yeah, I would have been fine. I guess I got the rear end of the 18 came around and turned me dead into the wall on the second to last lap. But it could have been worse. I'm sad, but we got next week. We're in the top 30, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, spent a lot of time qualifying, getting your way locked into the show, and that's exactly what you did, and able to get that top 30, so you'll be locked in for Auto Club, no sweat next week.
Yep.
Yeah, but greatly appreciate you guys coming out, sponsoring tonight's race. Put on a good show, I think, and looking forward to the rest of the season from you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, before you leave, did you mention the 0x to Dolly?
Yeah, there was a 0x tonight, so you got to
Oh,
donate
no
for a
way.
Oh, yeah. Jared
was it?
Talmadge, third place finisher.
I don't believe it. Hold on, I gotta fact check this really quick.
I posted
I'll
it
be
in
damned.
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What was it, 50?
You said 50.
That's what you said. Hey, you get more
I had
names.
so much confidence. Were they the only one? They were the only one.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Hey, you got more naming rights at least, so you got at least two races you get to call all your own. So.
Well, there we go.
But
sweet.
Yeah. Well, anyways, always a good time with you guys. You look good out there. Just caught up in one too many wrecks, but nevertheless, always a good time, gentlemen. Look forward to seeing y'all next week at Auto Club.
Thanks for broadcasting, man.
Of course.
Bounced off the wall.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We give you no warning. We probably should do that from now on. But
You gotta be careful with this chat. You can't
I
just walk
know.
on in here.
Right. You got Boyer and the boys up in the booth kind of stuff right here. I don't know. But y'all were looking very competitive for most of the night. What were y'all's thoughts from Daytona?
Trav, you can go first.
I think I had a bug in the system because when we got crashed, when I got hit up into the wall out there 3 to 4, pins pushed me in. I used my fast repair. I had fuel on, obviously. Leave, everything's fine. Rip out of the pits. Check my fucking fuel. Check my fuel. It's low. So I go back into the pits one more time, right?
All right.
When I pull into the pits, the guy goes, "We're good on fuel." Stop. It's like 1.2 seconds. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here. I leave again. Bang, low on fuel. Pull back in. Same thing. We're good on fuel. And I have all the freaking bars clicked on the right-hand side. He changes my left tires, and it says that it's adding fuel, and I go to leave again. I left with 0.6.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was it. I mean,
Did you happen to have a crew chief for you tonight? I know that sometimes impacts it, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Always.
No.
That's a weird one. That's a very unfortunate. I don't know. That's a
Yeah,
to have to have it happen multiple times. Usually, it realizes it screwed up and fixes it the second time. But
well, I don't have like the auto thing on, but I have it on the new update.
Right.
So when I would go in there, it was showing fuel. Then when I would leave, it was empty.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that one, dude.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
It is. Let's see. Let's get a Matt Tatum. You're the biggest mover of the race, up 32 spots.
Feels good.
Yeah, drove a great race. Avoided most of the chaos. Came home with top 10.
Still have my fast repair.
That's insane. Yeah, it was a calculated race from yourself.
Yeah, normally I'm the type to race hard beginning to end, but this time I didn't do that and ended up working out. And I ran out of fuel. I think it was my fuel pressure started dropping.
Oh my!
In turn 1 and 2 on the last lap.
That's crazy.
And I coasted it across.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, a bunch of guys pitted on lap 73, so I didn't even think they were gonna have enough, but sure enough, they did.
Do you know what the last time I pitted was? Was it 73?
It should have been if you ran out. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 73. So, whew.
Sketchy.
It was. We kind of just realized, like, hey, wait a minute. They were right on the edge of the fuel window, so at least 2 people ran out, I believe, out of 4.
Yeah, that Nick Amon guy was like, I'm about to run out, and I ended up after the caution, I ended up being on his outside. I was like, thank God.
Right. Pendergrass, you won a practice race to get yourself locked into the show tonight. Ended up with a top 20, so you're locked in for next week.
Sir, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to take what you can get sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, a very calculated race. Y'all were up in the top 5 towards the end there. Obviously, caught up in some stuff there late. But y'all were there. Y'all had some teammates, and y'all were looking to line up and go for it.
It's a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's racing.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be back.
Absolutely. That's just Daytona, I guess. But always a pleasure, gentlemen. We'll see y'all next week at Auto Club.
See you, bud. Sounds good. Love you, bye.
Here with Ryan Tiller and Samuel Demien. Obviously, we talked to Ryan a little bit earlier tonight about his exploration to the moon. And then Samuel Demien had a shot late. Ended up in the 14th position, up 16 spots. He's locked in for next week, but probably wanted a little bit more with the way those last couple restarts were playing out.
Yeah, well, we kept the car clean the whole race. Didn't use a fast repair, didn't get in a wreck, and came down to about a half a lap worth of fuel, and just didn't have it going into 3. And from there, it was just coasting to the finish. So,
yeah, all things considered, running out of fuel on the last lap, got to be happy for the 14th, I imagine.
Yeah, all things considered, I'd say we run a pretty clean race for the most part without having to use a single fast repair. Looking at all the cautions and whatnot, but it's going to be in the back of the head that had I saved, for another lap, I probably would have made it. But coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah, fine margins. A bunch of those guys were running on fumes that pitted on lap 73.
Yeah, me and the 13 and I think the 49 were kind of scheming together and trying to see who would work with who, and in the end it worked. But for the 13, so I'm glad he got the win there.
Right, absolutely. Well, you got yourself locked into Auto Club next week, so with a good finish.
Yeah, can't complain about that. So
absolutely. Well, I look forward to seeing you for the West Coast Swing next Monday.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
All right.
Here with the 98 of Spencer Burton, what did you see out there in those closing laps?
Not much. A lot of chaos, a lot of stuff, a lot of smoke. Just a lot of everything. I don't know.
Yeah. Up 27 spots from where you started, came home 13th, got yourself locked into next week's race at Auto Club. So overall solid night for you, I'd have to guess.
Heck yeah, 13th. I wasn't expecting to get a good finish. Definitely thought we were gonna get wrecked out there. Probably avoided like 5-6 wrecks, but I'll take a 13th. I might have been the biggest mover. I don't know, but I was trying to get to the front desperately.
Absolutely, yeah. You were there a lot, front to back, back to front, everything in between. But definitely fun watching you move through the field. You were, I think, the second biggest mover. You're up 27. Matt Tatum was up 32, so almost got it. But,
almost.
Yeah, a fantastic result tonight. Was fun watching you, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Auto Club.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely. Here with the 44 of Tyler Connors. How are we doing tonight, Tyler?
Man, I'm having a good night. It was for me not being able, like, not even expected to race after the whole LCQ thing, and just coming in. Thank you, Christopher Pinder. He's a great guy. It was a great night. I had some unlucky thing happen to me towards the end there, but as long as nobody else got affected by it, I'm all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Not gonna be locked in for Auto Club, but we had to like a more kind of a normal style race. We know you got some decent speed, so imagine you'd be able to do well in the LCQ.
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna be at Auto Club, honestly. I coach baseball, so I don't know when I'll be back, but this was a really good race. I'm really happy with the turnout for you guys and
Absolutely,
everyone here.
It was a heck of a lot of fun up here in the booth tonight.
It was a lot of fun in the race car. I think that was probably my best super speedway race I've ever ran. I'm not a really good super speedway racer. I don't like super speedway races because it's just chaos, but it was still a fun night. And I know I made a couple mistakes, and we all make mistakes, but that's all right. I had a lot of fun.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Always a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you back hopefully soon.
Oh yeah, can I thank a couple guys?
Of course, of course.
I want to thank Carson for just being a good teammate. Brandon, Daddy Brandon, I don't know when he's coming back, but he's coming. I want to thank Corey for spotting me. He was doing a wonderful job with that. I want to thank Christopher Pinder once again for the provisional. That was such a great thing for him to do, and I was ready just to get off and like do some studying for the night, but that's all right. I mean, I can wait. iRacing is super important in my life.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. That's sarcasm.
Yeah.
please don't take that serious.
Oh, it's very
and
serious.
thank you to Michael too for being a great just a great guy and a great race control guy, race admin in general. Thank you guys for putting this on, and it was a good night tonight.
Absolutely. Well, not the finish you deserve, but always a pleasure, Tyler.
Oh, it's the pleasure's all mine, bro.
Let's get Dylan Herverton in the booth. You got a copy?
I got
you. All right, cool. It looked like a very dominant car early on. We know you had speed all week in qualifying and in the practice races. We're making some good moves. Just kind of got off sequence there with some pit stops. We're 17th when you started the green-white checkers. Ended up 6th. So a great recovery drive from you there at the end, I think.
Yeah, just frustrating. I'm kind of kicking myself for pitting when I did and dropping back so far. I just couldn't get back up, but thankful to be able to get through all of the mess and drive back up and get 6th. Wish I could have got a top 5, but got to work with McQuiggan there and pushed him to 5th. So that's good. He helped me. I helped him. So it works out. But nonetheless, I would say good race on our part. I mean, we definitely got caught up in a lot of stuff, but luck was on our side more than anything, and made some good moves to get up there. Just I don't have high standards at the moment because I know that everything's new and there's a lot of guys and some guys are still learning and just trying to get that. But the number 36 Herberton Designs Mustang was really quick, and yeah, hopefully next week we'll be up there. It's gonna be next week will be the real show to tell where the skill level is in this league, because you're gonna have everybody that you've had, maybe the guys that didn't show up for the Clash or in Daytona. It's hard to tell, how good somebody is. So next week will be the real showing and seeing who has the real pace here and see where we fall in line.
Absolutely, Daytona is Daytona, but we're going to head into some more technical tracks, and we're going to start to establish the pecking order for the rest of the season. It's going to be a good one, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, I just got to give a shout out to Andrew again. He was watching, so I don't know if he still is, but appreciate him watching. He comes out every week to watch me and this 36 drive circles around whatever track it may be. So appreciate him for doing that. My design company, Herberton Designs, a lot of people were out there running my my creativity on their race cars, and it's really cool to see. So really, really happy about that. You guys can't wait to go back and watch. I know that you guys put on a good show, and always hear positive feedback. And for the chaos that is this league and whatnot, what it can be at times with how many people and the amount of cautions we've been having to deal with. There's good people in here, and we'll find our way through. But I see Jimmy's in the chat, so thank you, Jimmy. It was good working with you, buddy. Up front there, me and fortunately my teammate Ricky got knocked out of it, but we had Dylan Herberton Racing up there.
Yeah, absolutely. He had great speed
one,
before.
two at times. So.
Yeah, great speed before he got knocked out.
So, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to Auto Club next week. Yeah.
It's gonna be good. We'll figure out who the real hard hitters are coming in. So it'll be fun.
Yep. And then here, obviously, with James Jimmy Fillers, who was caught up in all that excitement on the back straightaway, doesn't look like anything you could have done differently there. Kind of came up to kind of just show a move to the 13, and then everything kind of just exploded from there. Walk me through that last lap.
Yeah, I don't know. I was content riding behind Drew. I was really just going to push him back to the line. I thought we had him beat there, but I think we just got a little bit too far ahead, and we stalled out. And then they had that massive run, so I moved up just to make him think I was going to block it. And then when he shot low, I think Drew tried to move up with me, and I just clipped him, and I hate it because he was probably the best car all night, the best driver. I mean, we ran up there top 3 most of the race, me and Dylan and a couple other guys. I think Tim was up there taking care of me most of the night. But, I mean, Drew probably should have won that. I probably should have just stayed low with him, but I figured if I didn't block the run that we were done, but can't ever finish them out. I swear, man, I'm always in position, and then I'll just do something dumb. So.
Right. Well, we know you got the great speed. We expect you to contend for wins all season long. It's just Daytona sometimes. It is how it is sometimes. But looking forward to Bowers getting towards some more technical tracks. Not the night he would have wanted for sure. But we expect him to come back better than ever at Auto Club next week.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. But the only thing that concerns me a little bit is that he'll have to run the LCQ next week. So hopefully he doesn't get wrecked in that, since he's not going to be top 30 in points. But
right.
Yeah, he got junked early, and he tried to fix it, and then he just kept getting caught up in every wreck. He pretty frustrated and left. But I mean, overall, I thought it was a pretty solid night. We had a lot of good racing up front. I'm ready to get out of a super speedway, though. I hate super speedways.
Yeah, hopefully a little bit more controlled chaos next week.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm hoping we get some green flag runs, tire savings where I really shine. So hopefully we'll get them. I know Auto Club's kind of drafty too, but we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. Appreciate your time.
We had no help, though.
Hello, you've been pulled into the broadcast booth against your will. The OCM boys, always a force on these plate tracks, and just unfortunately wasn't meant to be for Drew Jawan tonight. It led, I think, almost 50 laps consecutively there after halfway. Just did not lead the last one. Talk me through those last couple of laps and restarts.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously me, Fillers, and Timmy working together there. We kind of planned it out the way I was gonna go top, and then them two were gonna let me down, and then we could kind of control it to where, I mean, it was gonna be between us. And we kept going in those cautions, and I was super close on fuel. I mean, I think I took the final green white checkered with like 1.2, 1.3 ish. I knew it was gonna be close. Fillers gave me a good push. He worked. He was doing great all night. We got out pretty far, and Thomas and I think the 60 had a huge run. I mean, like with them getting the sock off of us, I mean, they were going 202, and I understand Fillers is going for the block there and benefit himself. I know that if I don't go up there and try and block it, my race is over. I apologize to Fillers. He apologized to me, but it's nowhere near his fault. I wrecked myself. I mean, it's frustrating. We like you said, we led from, I think it was like lap 60 to the final restart. Yeah, we continue to show that OCM is really good on play tracks. We kind of had pretty bad luck at the beginning of the race. I mean, we like to make aggressive moves. It's kind of fun for us, and I don't think we caused a big wreck, but we were definitely there when it happened. But once again, I just want to thank Fillers and Bowers when he wasn't getting wrecked for working with us. We really were the class of the field tonight when we were up there, and 23rd or wherever I finish isn't to show tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you get yourself locked in, though, to next week's race at Auto Club? Timothy J. Moore had an interesting race, was kind of stuck in those second packs for most of the first half of the race, came on with a charge late, and got himself a top 7.
Yeah, that wasn't fun. Being back there, I've never been so frustrated. That has nothing to do with the drive. Well, I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It's just when there's guys that don't want to push, don't understand the concept of pushing, it makes it so difficult because you just want to go. And when you're 6 seconds, 7 seconds off the pack, I'm sure Art was listening to the radio at some point where Drew was losing his mind somewhere 30, 40 laps in because that was Bali or whatever his name was, didn't want to push. And it literally caused a 10-car breakaway for the lead, which it created green flag race and the race needed. But it definitely got a little bit frustrating. But we got a little tangled with 43 early. He just, we talked it out. Well, Drew kind of talked it out to him because I didn't have a chance to message him yet, but everything's cool. I'm not upset. Stuff happens. He just didn't really realize how much space there was, and, accidents happen for a reason, but I'm real proud of the result. 7th is definitely a real nice position to start, and I just got to hope that moving forward, we can put together these consistent results. We didn't qualify well today. It was a little frustrating for me because we had a lot of speed in the pre-practice qualifying races, but I love me some Auto Club. That's one of my favorite racetracks to go to, and I'm really hoping that TCM can pick up a win next week because, man, it would be so fun to go to a place that's not going to be there in real life and just put on a show for everyone at home.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously knowing that you guys have the speed at the plate tracks, got that stored away for the next time we come back here into Talladega. So obviously a very good showing from you guys overall as well. And we look forward to seeing y'all at Auto Club next week.
Thank you. And I also just want to say thank you as well to Mikael Roy and all the race mods. I think McQuiggan, and I don't know the total, but I just saw them throughout the race. Tonight was, a first show and obviously for this league, but for this first race, to go as decent as it did. I know we had our tough spots, someone missing a shift lap 1, but we developed as the race went on. And I could just tell with this group as this season progresses, there's some experienced guys, there's some new guys, which, hey, there's a nice mix, but I feel this group does fairly mesh well. And when we start getting to these more technical racetracks, I think the racing's definitely going to pick up. I definitely like the fuel changes as well that we've made coming into this year, as a couple other things. So that next week should, needless to say, be a lot of fun, especially with the lower fuel. Should make things a little bit more on edge. But I look forward to the remainder of the season because we definitely have a good group on hand. You can just get that vibe from the first race.
Absolutely. Definitely a lot of things that are positive and things to build on, but it's a great start to the season. I believe we've already raised $850 already for charity, nearly halfway to our goal with 14 races left in the season. So just a fantastic way to start the season.
And good job there, and Jonathan Dolly living up to his word, giving $50 for Jared Talmadge's 0X. So that's pretty cool.
Of course.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off, but I just want to say thank you guys for doing what you do in the broadcast. I know you guys have to deal with cautions and stuff, but you guys always do a great job. I didn't get to say that, but I just want to say
yeah. Well, we appreciate it. Y'all always put on a good show. It's always a blast, and it's for a great cause. So we're happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Got league owner Michael McElroy in the booth. Talk me through the opening night of the regular season.
Dude, I loved it. I got to sit there as race control. I feel like the guys deserve that for the first race. That's why I gave up my spot. Probably join the LCQ next week, but I just figured for the first race, especially with the first race being a super speedway, I figured they deserved having a race control up there, somebody watching all the action and kind of getting the rules laid out ahead of time.
Of course.
But I just wanted to jump in here real quick because I know you guys got a lot of interviews you like to do, and for me it's a work night, so I don't want to be up till wee hours of the night.
Right.
But yeah, I was gonna say exactly what you said. Just through that race alone, our first race of the season, we've almost hit halfway through our goal. 43% of the 2K goal, we're at $855 raised for our mission, which is race with a purpose. So that's amazing work. I can't agree with Timothy more. I feel like this is a good group of guys, and they're just figuring out each other right now. And tonight's race showed a little bit about everybody's racing style. I think it just goes with any league. The more you race, the more you start to learn how people drive, the people you work with, different styles, who's aggressive, who takes turns wide, who likes to dive deep, things like that. I think they're all just learning each other, and it'll start to settle out as we move on from week to week.
Absolutely. Give me a quick update. I know we had some exciting news in the Discord as well about we got some sponsors coming on board for next week and I believe for the rest of the season.
Definitely. So during these last few days, Sunday and Monday, we signed some deals with a company called Admin Box. They make race control admin boxes, but they also looks like it can be used for pretty much anything. If you have you need a fuel box, you need a button box for something. Admin Box is going to be providing us here real soon with codes to get discounted merch. So they'll give all of Affinity Racing Series discount codes, as well as the broadcasters too. You guys will get discount codes as well. And then on top of that, they also redeemed the $100 for advertisement rights. So you'll be seeing them here. Didn't have enough time to get them in for this race because we already had all our banners and stuff made. Big shout out to Brandon Richard for making all the banners, design guru there. And then as well as Matt Liveries on Twitter. You guys actually reach out to him, which I really appreciate that. He went ahead and sponsored Auto Club, so your Auto Club will be the Matt Livery. Oh, I don't want to butcher the title. Hold on, I can pull up Sim Racer Hub. It'll be the Matt Liveries Auto Club 200 next week. So you'll see his banners placed all over it. If you guys need a livery, you guys want to race with some new sleek paint on your car, go hit up Matt Liveries. His Twitter handle is the same, twitter.com/Matt Liveries. He'll set you up. He'll get you ready to go for next Monday night at Auto Club.
Absolutely. Well, some exciting things happening, even just in our very first regular season race, and couldn't be more excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, man. And I don't know if Drew saw it, but quick apology to Drew and Art. I didn't realize how strong the timeout button is. So apparently it kicks people out of voice channels, it kicks them out of their team channels, it kicks them out of everything, and it almost looks like they've left the Discord. So yeah, gonna have to be careful with that one next time. But
Man wouldn't let me speak my mind in general chat.
But again, just like I told the guys during race control, take that, if you guys want to settle some disputes, file the protests. Protests are pretty easy to file. Go to any admin, send them a DM, send them a clip.
It wasn't even beef.
Yeah, clip
I stated
is the best.
facts.
Hey, all I saw was STFU, and I was like, all right, stopping this now. So yeah, anybody who's new here, the protest, it's really easy to work. You just send easiest way is to send us a clip, so we don't have to go into the replay and find it. But if you know a lap number, just send us a lap number. We'll go in there and check it out. And we pride ourselves in saying like anything can be protested. Somebody arc braked you, somebody did you wrong. Keep it out of the Discord. Just file a nice protest, and we'll help you guys out.
Absolutely.
Protesting these interviews are too long.
You don't even do them. I just sit here and do it. You could go to bed after the race is over.
I send all my protests on Art to Max, so
right.
You'll get those in the DMs.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you say I can go to bed. Why is your next question in about 2 minutes? Oh, what'd you think of the race, Art?
Well, we'll see about that. Anyways, a fantastic season opener tonight. Just super excited for the rest of the season, and that'll be next weekend. The on-track action will kick off next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the LCQ, if needed, and then 8:20 or so right here on YJ Media for the feature race.
Definitely. Oh, and if I can leave you guys with one more thing, just to be cognizant of, CMS actually had an issue. I know iRacing has released a bunch of updates in the past few weeks, and one of them ran into an auto fuel glitch where it wasn't filling up his car at all.
Fun.
So just for people to be cognizant of that, I actually submitted a support ticket to iRacing to see if they have any answers on it or if they know about it. But yeah, I think it was De Leon. He pitted almost every green white checkered trying to get gas in his car, and
Just wouldn't do it.
His pit boss was just like, "Nope, we are out of money, dude. You're not getting any more gas."
You used all your fuel.
Yeah. So so just keep an eye out for that. We'll definitely submit support tickets on it on our league's behalf, making sure that people are taken care of.
Absolutely. Well, a great first night here at Daytona, and we're definitely looking forward to next week at Auto Club. So be sure to tune back in for that.
Yeah, man. Thanks for everything you guys do, and hope you enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
See ya. Take one quick look here at your final race results. Thomas Green over Carson Poindexter, 78/100ths of a second. And then you can hopefully find your favorite driver on the first or second page. I don't want to have to go down too far, but 24 cars. Alan Burr the second. Last car on the lead lap. Alex Chira. First man 1 lap down. And then you can keep going all the way down to the 42nd car of Ryan Tiller. Michael McElroy gave up his spot to be race control. So there's your finishing order. We'll have points and everything updated on the websites. Again, big shout out to Tenold Galvin Racing for sponsoring tonight's race. Looking forward to the partnership with AdminBox and obviously next week's Auto Club race sponsored by Matt Liveries. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a very exciting season. Looking forward to it. And then, yes, Art, now, finally, final thoughts on the race here this evening.
I mean, I guess, like, we talked about it in the LCQ, our over-under predictions for, cautions. All of us down there wanted to talk, we said under. Some, smart aleck decided to go and get it exactly right. It said 14 cautions. And how many did we get? 14 cautions.
Did I get it right?
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah, but obviously just a learning curve. Some of them were just single 2-car incidents. We missed a shift here and there, but overall, I think it was a great race, especially with a bunch of new faces racing for the first time. Going to be a great race next week at Auto Club, and we just can't wait for it. Obviously, racing for a great cause, and it's going to be a great season. So tune back in next Monday night for round number 2. Tomorrow night will be the LSRL gang back in action at Bristol. They got 2 races before the playoffs. And then Friday night, Rod Car Truck Tour, 3 races to settle a championship there. So got a lot of exciting stuff. Be sure to click the follow button to not miss a second of the on-track action. And we will see you tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern. I'll take care.